Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ballad of Ennersval, our beautiful and fun and hilarious D&D campaign. Welcome in. Thank you, Juno, for the raid. Holy shit, welcome in, guys. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope you're ready for some adventures. As always, a couple of quick announcements. The music we're using is from Syrinscape, so check them out if you run any online D&D. It's very useful. Also, we have a bunch of roles that chat will be doing during the session. So at specific points, I might ask chat for some dice rolls in your chat window, and that might change the course of the game for us a little bit. And yeah, let's go say hi to players and see what's up with these crazy bad lads.
9 a.m. Hold on. Quick, turn the sun off.
Kill it.
What? What? Huh?
What?
Don't worry.
Hmm?
Huh? I'm gonna worry actually. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Better
Hello.
now.
All right. Well, let's say hi to all of our players. Artie, whomst are you?
Hello everybody, my name is Artie, FartieArtie on the Twitch. I draw, I animate from time to time, and I play Cohen Letterfoot.
Beautiful. Swifty, who are you?
Hello, it's me. I'm Swifty. I play Ritz. And also Doig is here with me playing Scrambles.
Hello.
Yeah. Doing. Who are you?
You are an animation.
I'm Scrambles, I'm Scrambly Man, I'm a raccoon, I'm a 3rd level rogue, and I'm here to steal shit and make some noise.
Hell fucking yeah, baby. All right. Reb, who are you?
Hi, I'm Reb. I play the Fire Genasi gunslinger Wick, who has a southern accent, and it's 9 a.m. and I'm gonna try to wake up, and I'm having a good time. Hi, how y'all doing? Hi.
Hey, yo. Yeah, we appreciate your sacrifice. Time zones are getting wacky in the winter season because I don't change time zones, and the rest of these goobers do. So we have to change
good,
how
though.
things are. But I'm glad you can make it.
Yes.
And ShnuBear, who are you, ShnuBear?
Hello, I'm Shnu. I play Kari of the Moonbear, and I'm tired.
Oh, hi, Ty. Well, thankfully, this session is probably going to be a lot of yapping between characters. So no fighting, probably, unless you start killing each other. I don't know. I'm not your mother. I don't know what you're going to do.
Challenge accepted.
Never
Oh,
say
no.
never.
Well,
Oh shit.
it was fun.
I'm coming
while it
for you,
lasted.
Kova.
All right. So, chat, let us know if I need to change the audio balance in any way. And yeah, the background is this beautiful picture, which is a collab between Swifty and Darkworld. And this is the Curtain Call Manor concept, which is very cool.
Yay.
Yum. Okay.
It's so pretty.
So, if you guys are ready, let's turn our attention inwards. And Kari, what happened last time?
Well, the night was heavy. We arrived back at the Blue Heel. Wick and I had a few drinks and stayed at the bar. After that encounter with Varric, I was hopeful nothing more or profoundly stupid could happen tonight, and it was high time the boys take responsibility for once and think of the weight of their actions. Koga decided to go upstairs for some personal time. I was proud to see his bravery tonight. We drank to our survival, for Wick's retribution, for Chester, the sweetest of cats, and lastly for the souls below. May the toll of the dead be paid, and the cries of your suffering be laid to rest. The night didn't end there, of course, for Kova had a surprise guest at his window. The man we came to know as CT climbed in. Kova quickly adopted the attitude of a caring host, calming CT and learning morsels of the cruel reality of his captivity in the hands of the Crimson Wolves. We learned CT stood for Chutoy, a despicable name. We'll get a better one for him in a moment. Kova noticed his malnourished frame and offered him food from the bar. He wandered nervously downstairs where a slightly inebriated but highly perceptive Wick spotted him, giving him a boorish call in response. Ritz offered to bring the food up once ready, and would soon discover our disheveled and scantily clad guest. For protection, Kova ingeniously placed a magic snare trap outside the window. Those foolish enough to break in or out would find themselves in a rather embarrassing position. Wick and I exchanged eloquent apologies and heartfelt gratitude to each other, but decided food was needed before further ardent words could be exchanged. They decided Kova's room would be perfect to acquire an early breakfast. Arm in arm, they made their way upstairs with the utmost grace and poise till they found Ritz. He foolishly attempted to lie about the food being consumed and Kova defecating in the room whilst doing yoga and calisthenics. Unfortunately for him, the bad ladies of Ennersval can't be stopped, and we gallantly charged the room door. I channeled the mother's power to unlock the door, and it opened with ease. CT, terrified by the might of the bad ladies, ran for the window. In his panic, he triggered the snare, leaving him suspended 3 feet in the air. He hung there upside down, undignified, like a scolded puppy, his loincloth doing no favors for his tail, spinning around in the chaos. We brought him down carefully, and then discussed curing him of his lycanthropy. And Ritz offered him a strong virtue name, Valor, or Val for short. A lovely gesture to see before my eyes shut for the night on a comfortable shoulder. Candor arrived swiftly in the morning to pick us up for the party. It reminds me of me in my younger years. So forceful with time. We left Val in the boys' room, ate a reasonably timed breakfast, and made our way. We stopped by the guard's tower to give our reports on Moira and the well. We refused the reward. Accepting money like this is unacceptable, and I was proud to see Ritz bring this up. Candor was proud of Ritz too. We arrived at the theatre in the Fallows, the Curtain Cole Manor. It was worn down but full of history and charm. And we met Felicity and Mr. Mephisto there. And an organized itinerary, definitely provided by Candy. As well as a stack of eggs we would need for the great protector of the theatre. We entered there, dark and mysterious. Seeing this place hadn't been used in years. I suppose almost a decade, if I remember what Felicity said. And haunted by a phantom of an actress that used to be here? Very mysterious. We made our way through, finding a ghost, plates of food that looked horrendous, but Ritz was seen to be overtaken by this for a moment, and I'm very glad he didn't eat a single bite of it, because that seemed it would have been disastrous given what happened next. And we found a little creature called Scrambles. A little devilish raccoon with many pockets. He, little rascal, found Wick and found his gun immediately. That was terrifying for a moment. We managed to get his hands off and feed him and distract him with eggs. This is where I break and I go, hey, I'm a bit rusty at this whole portion of the events. And if someone is willing to take over, then that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you all traveled with Scrambles through the Curtain Cole Theatre, you found a ghostly usher that is still seemingly looking over this place, and you found an active portal into the hell that is embedded in a body of a fire elemental, which is a very strange concoction and raised more questions than gave answers. The body of the actress who died here 10 years ago was still in the center of the pentagram, but it was missing its head, and the ghost, although tried to fight on your side, could not do so without being fully reassembled. But with Ritz and Scrambles getting the head, you were able to bring this ghost into physical world, and it, in the heat of battle, where all five of you were extremely valiant and powerful, this ghost stepped into the portal and thus sealed it behind it. All of you left the theater, each taking a small sign of your victory in the form of a music instrument from the orchestra pit. And afterwards, you finally reunited with the Forsaken crew. you saw Snaggle, the friendly goblin. You saw Candor and Felicity, the two tieflings that you already met before. And you also met a young fire genasi, the first fire genasi for Wick to see in this city. And all of you participated in a lovely musical jam session where you guys started to find common ground around this campfire. So that is where we will come back to Bad Lads of Ennersval. You guys are around the campfire. You just finished the beautiful song, and Scrambles, who is still like thoughtfully picking at the lute strings, looks up at you, Reds.
Are you up, Scrum?
So Scrambles puts down the lute, and where is Ritz at the moment?
I think maybe after the song's wrapped up, Ritz would go and like just post up against a wall somewhere, a little distance away from everyone else, just kind of sipping on his bottle of drink and looking at all his friends interacting with each other. And there's like a soft smile across his face and the sense that he's like trying to embed this memory deep into his brain so that he can call it back maybe when he needs it. But he looks like he wants to capture this moment and kind of keep it as part of him forever.
Scrambles probably hasn't seen Ritz since Ritz left for picking up a gift for his friend outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's going to take a moment to wander over and kind of climb up to next to where Ritz is. And Scrambles is going to start to kind of look Ritz over a little bit, just kind of checking in with him. He's going to start looking quite focusedly into Ritz's eyes, kind of just trying to read him, almost raccoon insight check esque.
Okay. So what are you trying to intuit, Scrambles?
I think Scrambles is just trying to get a beat on how Ritz is feeling, because I'm sensing that he's not okay, not fully okay. He doesn't remind him of the Ritz that he remembers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has been a while. It's been about a month since you two saw each other. So Scrambles, go ahead and give me insight with advantage, because you know Ritz fairly well. That's amazing. 19. Yeah, that will do it. So Ritz, that's a pretty good roll, and Scrambles knows you quite well. So what changes or emotional state would he pick up from that?
I think that maybe what Scrambles is seeing is that the wall that Ritz usually keeps up day to day is more worn down than usual, and it's a little bit harder for him to play off his emotions as he usually would. So Scrambles can probably see that even though Ritz is, seems outwardly to be having a good time, he seems, kind of relaxed and like he's enjoying hanging with his friends. There's like an undertone of worry, concern, and a slight panic that's underneath everything else that Scrambles would probably recognize from other times that he's seen Ritz like this.
Okay. Scrambles is going to nudge a little bit closer to you, and he's going to take his little tiny scrambly hands on either side of your head, kind of just holding you kind of gently, just sort of like on each cheek. And he's going to like look at you really intensely, and then he's going to furrow his little face, like his eyebrows, like give you kind of this, kind of squint his eyes at you a little bit, just kind of like, And
Do
then
you want an egg?
Scramble's gonna slap you.
Damn! The
What?
tiny little hand slaps you on the cheek.
Ritz reaches up and grabs Scrambles around the body and gently squeezes.
That's the sound he makes. like a small bagpipe.
A little deflated man.
Scrambles is gonna give you a hug, since you.
A face hug.
Well, yeah, and then pat you gently on the side of the head. And then, is going to use one of your horns to lift himself up onto your the side of your head and into your hood.
It's like foot going in the eye.
Yep. Amazing.
Pat you on the head one more time, and then probably fall asleep in your hood.
Sweet little man.
Amazing. I'm gonna give you Scrambles an inspiration that the two of you can share if you so choose. That was beautiful.
Oh my god.
All right. So as Scrambles finds a good comfy place in your hood, the rest of the camp looks around and Felicity says, I hate to say it, usually I'm not the one to do so, usually it's Candy, but I feel underdressed. Where do you guys get all these cool outfits?
Backstage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a walk.
Backstage,
But-
huh?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's a butler and don't look below Tommy level. He's a nice butler.
Who do
He
you
told us
take me
to-
for, Wick? I never look below tummy
What?
level.
That's not what I'm talking about. He's. It's gross. I'm.
Mr.
Okay,
Mephisto
you're making
turns
it
and
sound-
says, "Even better. Oh my god, look."
Nice.
All right. Well, hey, the rest. Do you in costumes? And Snaggle and Crowset both nod. And Kanda just sighs, stands up, and says, "Okay, you five, don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon." And he takes his sword out just to be sure, and leads and leads Felicity, Snaggle, and Crosette into the manor to get their own costumes. And for
Ritz
now,
is gonna try and grab them just before they go in.
yes,
Hey, just to let you know, be careful. There's some weird shit going down there tonight. Stuff I haven't seen in there before.
Kanda nods. Felicity just immediately gets super curious and starts jumping up to look into the windows, but he takes heed and says, "All right, Ritz, I'll be on my guard. Thank you."
Also, would you maybe grab me another costume? Maybe something noble, you know?
Noble.
Yeah, like a noble person's costume or something.
All right. Sure, I'll take a look.
Hell yeah. Thanks, mate.
All right, and they leave, and with Scrambles asleep in your hood, the four of you are alone for a bit.
Oh. Hey. Ritz,
Yeah?
I was thinking, should I go check on Val?
What, like right now?
I mean, he's all alone in that room, right? Should we have left him alone like that?
Yeah, I've been a little bit worried about that too. But
I'll be honest.
maybe
I
he
kind of
needs a bit of
forgot.
quiet.
Kind of forgot that wasn't a weird dream.
No, that happened.
Okay. So, I mean, okay. Would it be okay? It sounds crazy, maybe. But would it be a good idea to bring him here?
I mean, we could. I can't think of anywhere else, that would be safer for him.
Yeah.
We
It's-
can't keep him at the Blue Eel forever.
No, it's gonna have too many people walking around. He already heard us outside of the room. I can only imagine that he hears through the windows too.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could bring him back later tonight.
Later tonight. Yeah.
I mean, I already asked for a costume for him.
Oh,
Figured
that
that'd be the
was.
easiest way to get him some clothes.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I asked for like a noble costume and everything, so it looks super fancy, no one will notice him.
But like in your size.
Yeah. We're about the same size.
You're absolutely not the same
You
size.
know, you're not the same size.
What? What do you mean? Of course we are.
It's just skin and bone. You're not the same.
Hey, I've been buffing up.
When?
You're just having me on.
We should have asked for a Kari costume, maybe.
I'm sure whatever kind of grabs will be great.
Yeah, but will it fit?
Hey, if you're really so concerned, maybe we can tailor it.
I mean, yeah, I could, but like, if he grabs like a night costume, I don't think I can tailor that.
Well, I asked for a noble costume, so.
Yes.
But yeah, we can bring him some of the food from the party, maybe. Then when it's quieter at night, maybe we can bring him back here.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried though, because hasn't someone been doing some shady shit in here? Like there was a summoning circle going on and everything, right? Is there someone here?
It seemed like, from what I could tell about that circle, it hadn't been dormant for 9 or 10 years. It looked like it had been upkept by something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more okay with him fighting off ghouls and ghosts than people. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I have not seen Betry in a while.
Oh.
And he was not. Well, his room was locked when I checked last time, and I thought maybe he'd be there today, but we are not at the Blue Eel, so we cannot check. A little worried about him.
No one's seen him.
We got back last night, and I didn't hear him hollering escapades of bravery from his point of view.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd.
It's just a little concerned about that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can take a look at his window or something. Like I can go up and see if I can take a peek, just see if he's in there.
When we're back, and if he's still not got an unlocked room, I was thinking to just kick the door in.
I don't know if the inn would like that, but we could maybe find another way in.
I mean,
We've got that portable hole, right? Be real easy to slide that thing under a door, just saying.
Huh. How do we open it?
Just gotta
Open
keep
what?
your fingies under the door and push them under.
Have you seen how big it is?
Yeah, someone goes in the hole, you slide the hole under the door, they climb out of the hole, they open
You
the
can't.
door.
If
Can't
there's
you
no
open it from the inside?
if there's no answer from the door, if Betry isn't inside, I'm sure we could just ask the clerk for a key.
Yeah, it is part of our room deal.
If it's
Oh,
for
that's smart. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
if
we
it's
could
for
just ask.
safety.
That is smart. Okay, that's all I got.
He's probably fine. He had a bad hangover that day, and he's probably just ashamed of throwing piss and shit on us that morning.
I think it was.
There was that
Do you think that guy
individual-
knows shame?
No.
It was
Nah,
shame.
you're right.
Not the same kind, I think.
Yeah, with Val though, like, he's been evading Virek for like a week already by himself, right? So he knows how to take care of himself.
Well, he was evading him because he was locked up by Moira.
Well, he evaded him for a while before then, right?
I don't know how long.
And then
though.
Virek
Maybe.
only found him because we found him and Moira.
That's more to say about Moira than him.
And us.
Yeah.
We need to be careful. If my suspicions are correct, it was Val in the forest who turned another into a werewolf.
That's what he said, at least.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you doing okay, Kari?
Managing.
We should talk at some point.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
lots of things to discuss.
Yeah.
The events last night are of more concern than any of us have discussed or said out loud.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of not feeling. I mean, someone brought up ghost stories earlier, and I'm like, well, let me tell you about last night.
We just clear the room before they get back. I don't want to ruin the night with bottled up feelings.
Yeah, whatever it is, let's just get it out of the open.
Okay.
And he's going to start burning Val's old clothes since he's got those with him. Just pop them onto the fire to get rid of them as they're chatting.
Hova will grab 2 seats, one with a little pillow for himself, and the other he'll put in front of him for Kari. And if she joins, he'll hold out his hands open to her to, like, hold his hands while they talk. If she'd accept, at least.
Do you guys want a bit of privacy, or do you want us to be here?
I don't know if it's really my place to ask for much privacy and secrecy at this point.
Yeah, but if you want it, you got it.
Thanks. What do you think, Kari?
Sure. Let's talk.
Does she take his hands?
She'd inquire first, like, what do you need my hands?
Just, I don't want this to turn into an argument or to be anyone talking down on anyone else. Let's just, talk. Be on the same level.
All right. She pulls off her costume gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This one, the claw.
No, I'm okay. All right. But I don't really know where to start.
My assumption is the night at the theater.
Right. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
You're alive, so I have no second thoughts.
Okay.
Do you know why I used a spell on you, Kova?
No, actually.
I've told, at least Wick, more details. Suppose I've mentioned it only in passing. I was a soldier since I was 16. And it's only in the last year and a half that has changed. I have seen all manner of people walk off in battle, in the cold and snowstorms, and against all commands lose themselves in the madness, or lose their lives. Seeing you on the very first day we met, I saw a look in your eyes that was similar. A wave of emotion that you don't think about when you were first covering up that body. But on that night in particular, after you had just told us about your patron, your fear of them, what I saw from you wasn't a Kova in command. And I will not watch anyone walk so eagerly into a grave or unaware to themselves. When I use a spell, it might seem impatient. It might feel as if I'm taking control of your body. What I want to know in that moment is who's in control. Is it the fear of your patron that is controlling you, or is it the Kova inside? Because once you walk past that stall to pick up you should have picked up your lantern, you left it. But the following day, when you heard it was no longer in our possession, that was panicked. That was the real Kova I saw.
I get it. I know your intentions good and just, but Kari, the last thing I need is another person in my head. And I can't walk on my tiptoes around you, scared if you might be listening and scared if you're controlling me again. I don't want to be scared of you. I want to trust you. It's just hard, you know?
Ova, it's difficult to talk of trust, given how we've met, given the things that have happened, given the awkward conversations we've had. It's clear you've been in control of someone abusive, fearful, someone who would use you like a tool.
Yeah, it's... The way I've acted towards you has not just been because of mind control or mind speech, whatever. You, as a person, you are everything I failed to be. You, when I first met you, you were this beacon, this strong person. You were someone to depend on. You were fearless, brave, and on top of that, afterwards, you day in, day out would check in, would mother me, would be a cleric of the moon, and the worst part is that you really remind me of my mom. Whenever you are around me, whenever you talk about the moon and your cleric business and all of this stuff, you're just like her. And he'll pull out the little amulet of the moon that he wears, and he'll palm it in Kari's hand. I haven't treated you fair, and I'm sorry for that. I don't know. It's stupid. It's dumb.
He holds your hand a little tighter. Not enough to crush it, of course. Koba, do you know how I got my powers?
No.
I gained my powers after losing the person I cared about most. The person I was most responsible for. My niece. This accident, this thing that left me scarred, that was that moment I lost her. I wasn't the same after that. I couldn't fight. I lost it. My ability to lead and command, I left it behind. I gave up my power and my strength because I didn't deserve it anymore. And I went away without notice to a place called the White Towers. My ability to speak normally, as you see, took a while. But what came before that was a gift. The voice that you are afraid of, this spirit speech, was something that gave me strength. So when I talk to people using that, it's the thing that gave me comfort I wish to provide others. These powers that I have been given through this. I don't know how to be a healer, not really. But I am not a soldier anymore either. The strength that you see before me, it's not something I recognize anymore.
I can't see it that way. I can't find comfort in that. It's never, I don't know if it's ever gonna be that way. But I'm sure it's not a secret when I say that I've bottled up a lot of things. And I'm scared that whenever you're rooting around in there, that you're gonna knock a bottle over and it's gonna start a flood. And I can't do that right now. I'm not like you guys. You're all these strong warriors. You're these adventurers. You're soldiers. You're people that people can depend on. And I'm not. The only thing I have is this magic. It's not even mine.
Kova, when you walked up to me the day we met, I was terrified you were gonna ambush me, hurt me in some way. But when you opened your mouth, "Hi, my name's Jakova Nettlefoot. Nice to meet you." I don't know, I immediately felt comforted. Your presence is comforting. You may feel like a bottle of bees constantly swarming, not sure where to go or who to trust, but you're my friend. And when you're around, at least you make me feel comforted. That's the only power someone could ask for.
That's very nice, but that's not true, though. I mean, I'm sure your words, you mean what you say, but I love reading fairy tales. I love reading books and stories, but I'm not dumb. I know it doesn't work that way in the real world. I know Kanner's not a knight. I know Alneric's not a kind person or a shopkeeper to trust. I know these make-believe things are just stories and tales. And I know that as soon as I take the wrong step, I could blow up, and then friendship doesn't mean anything anymore. You are resilient people. And it's honestly the only reason I stuck around at the beginning is because I didn't have anyone else to turn to. You're good people. I know you would help me if I stayed, so I did. I'm very happy to call you my friends. But I know what I offer to the table is really just Samuel. And friendship came secondary to that.
That ain't true. Like, talking about what is true and what isn't true. Or this is no fairy tale, that you're smart, you're resourceful, you're creative. It ain't about your magic cover, it's how you use it. It's you making up some kind of concoction to help the dock out. Or figuring out how to make a charm to help Chester. It's any of that shit. That's the real shit.
Over who you are is who you decide to be. You were given power by someone else, sure, same as I am. My guidance that I receive is far and few. It's you, the individual, who has to figure out what to do with it.
Let's be real. Anything could happen any day. Anyone could explode any day. Tomorrow's never guaranteed, so you might as well spend today with the people who you like, right? Might as well spend it making people happy.
Yeah.
What makes you happy, Kova?
A good question. I've given up on chasing what makes me happy for a while. I used to know. But at this point, I think I'm just glad to be around you guys. Thank you.
That's a good first step as any, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he takes Wick's and Kari's hands, and as he lets go, both of you receive a little extra weight around your wrist, as he slides on some little bracelets, that look like this.
Whoa!
Wick gets 2, 1 to later give to Osmi.
Wah!
And they're both chains, these gold fleece sort of rings that are all chained together. While Kari's has this thick sort of braided bracelet. In the middle there's tried to be the same sort of wooden eagle design that's the same as the bird on Kari's armor, with some adjustment for how big her arm is on the back. I had those ready for a bit. I didn't know when was the best time. I just I'm not great with words.
Kova! Kova, fuck Samuel. We got friendship bracelets! And she's gonna tackle him in a hug.
Oh. Yeah, he'll hug back.
Yeah!
Yo, look, we match now. He, like,
We're
holds his
matching!
arm out.
Wick holds her arm out too. Do you have a bracelet, Kova?
No.
We could make you one.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have to fix it.
To fix it?
Yeah, get your bracelet.
Oh. Yeah. That'd be nice.
I have some. Wick starts rooting around in her pockets and she pulls out some scrap metal. And she's like, I could smush this into a shape. What are your favorite shapes? You like circles? What about squares?
Could you do a moon?
Yeah. And I'll
Yeah.
start making it the little moon.
Don't. You go back to Kari for a second. I'm sorry for the, I guess, prejudice. You didn't have anything to do with my mom. She's a great person, so it's a compliment. But she doesn't follow the MoonBear. She follows, forget their names, but they're these twin gods. Something about the ebb and flow, the moon. I don't know. It just felt like a challenge when you showed up with a different moon god. Felt like you were stepping on a terrain. But I'd like to talk about, I don't know, the moon or something at some point. It's always given me comfort in hard times, so yeah, if you want to share stories, I'd like to talk to you more.
I'd like that. Moon brings peace and equanimity.
And he'll actually initiate a hug on Kari.
Aww.
I'm afraid, Kova, something's gonna happen now. And I'm
What?
gonna pick you up.
No. Damn
She
it.
gives you a good big hug. A good bear hug.
Oh.
Nice. Beautiful. First of all, beautiful scene. Everyone who doesn't have an inspiration will get one. I won't hear anything about it. It was beautiful. Also, a couple of checks I want to ask for. So, Wick, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Oh, yes.
And-
I was like,
Yes,
what?
for the bracelet. Yes. And Kari, give me a religion or history, up to you.
Oh. I have a 0 in both, so no matter how.
Mm-hmm.
Get a
Okay.
theme.
All right. So first of all, Wick, as they continue talking, you smoosh some bits of metal and you feel your fingers heating up. And thankfully, there's a roaring fire in front of you, so that helps to bend the metal into shape.
Sweet.
Thankfully, a moon shape is not the most complicated one, so you get that done. It's pretty recognizable. If in the future you want to spend more time perfecting it or maybe encrusting something, that can be done. But for now, it suits Kova's tiny little arm just great. And Kari, when Kova mentions other gods of the moon, there is something on the periphery of your mind about you've heard something about a double god of the moon that Furbolgs worship, but the moment the thought escapes you, and maybe with some research you would find out more.
Wick.
Huh?
I mentioned that I was very proud that you didn't take the egg,
Oh, yeah.
and I told you I'd give you something for it.
Well, really? I thought you were
Yeah.
just joking.
No, I don't joke. Well, sometimes.
Did you?
And she hands you a box.
Oh! Whoa! Is this a puzzle?
It is.
Holy shit, how'd you make a puzzle? How do you... I'm gonna start flipping it around and looking at it.
Wick, give me a investigation check.
Uh-huh. 15.
Oh, easy enough. For your inquiring, agile mind, you flip the box around and find that this one is actually one of the easiest puzzles you have seen in your life. The box is done very, very well, so the seam is not very obvious, but you find a spot where the box, like the top part of it and the side lift, and you find that there is a space within.
This is
And this
really
is what you
cool.
find.
Thank you. Oh, what's that? Is that an egg?
Shh, not too loud.
Oh, shit. My bad. Is Scramble still asleep?
Scramble snores a little bit, but it sounds a little too loud.
There's a little bit of drool on Ritz's hood.
Whoa. This is so cool. Thank you, Kari.
Yeah. You want to open the egg?
Can I open the egg?
You can try.
What? Oh, I'm gonna try to open the egg. What the hell?
Exception.
So what you see inside the egg is a little carving of a black boar on one side and an egg on the other, with the yolk sort of still sort of in relief. So it looks like the yolk. You can actually put your finger over and feel the bump of the yolk. I would have put a drawing or something, but I felt like this this was a bit more fun for your first puzzle box.
This is amazing.
I didn't know you woodwork too.
Yeah, the necklace around my neck. It's made by me, not for me, but
Whoa. That's so cool.
You see, Wick is staring at the box for a little bit too long. And then she snaps out of it a little bit and puts it safely in whatever traveling bag she has. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, you can use the box for anything you want.
Oh, wait, I could put stuff in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if V will allow me, as Wick got a pretty high roll on it, I can describe some of the elements.
Absolutely.
Oh.
See that the seams are pretty tight, but what keeps it sealed are these little earth magnets that keep it tight shut.
Oh. That's so cool. I've never used magnets like that before.
Yeah. If you hold a box near it, you'll see it just attach as if connected by some force.
Whoa.
Magic.
It's like magic.
Exactly.
I wonder if that's... Never mind.
Where'd you get those?
I bought them once I was out the other day when I met you at the breakfast area.
What?
The Blue Heel.
That's impressive.
Yeah, this is super lovely. So I'm sorry to bring the mood down a little bit, but
Oh,
what Kova mentioned about the magic, Kari, that is a hard line for me. I ain't cool with you casting control spells on anyone of us. Sometimes the way you use magic freaks me out a little bit.
And which ways is that?
Using it to control our wills, stop us from being able to do stuff, getting in our heads, and honestly, down the well, what you did to that flesh monster, that was freaky as shit, man.
And as I said to Kova, if it comes to saving a life, I won't regret it. I'd rather you be angry at me than see you fall, see you die.
But Kari, you weren't saving anyone either of those times. Kova was choosing to run away. He's the only one in that situation with all the information. He could have been saving people by getting out of there. Who knows what could have happened if we'd stopped him.
And after that morning of him describing what it's like to be controlled by someone, you think that he was doing that?
Was.
Yeah. I do.
Sam does many things, but he hasn't really controlled my mind. It's more of a suggestion sometimes. I mean, the only time he's kind of done that was recently with when I met Buick out of Morn. But other than that, I've never had that happen to me.
Kova, you explicitly described feeling fearful and terrified of what he would do if you did not listen to him. That is control, whether you like to believe it or not.
But there were too many unknowns in that situation, Kari. We didn't know if we were making things better or worse by stopping him. And we could have caught him by ourselves.
Could have. But after the days that we've had, I am not willing to risk anything.
The truth is, Kari, if you use that shit on me or anyone else in this party again, I'm walking.
And if you are alive, I will live with that.
You saying that you'll do it again?
No. But if it comes to saving a life, I will absolutely do it.
And when do you judge when you're saving a life and when you're just stopping someone from leaving a place?
That is dependent on the situation, as it was before.
So we'll never know.
You'll never know.
That don't sit right with me.
As for the spell in the well, seeing a creature like that, born out of blasphemy and death, death is a freedom for that. It's peace for the souls consumed. And once again, that might scare you. But to me, that was the best option.
Let me ask you something. Why didn't you do the same thing to the zombie that we saw in the manor?
Why? spirit of a person who existed. Hearing you, I listened to you, despite the pain that it caused me.
That zombies in general are also not the same as what that thing was. That was alchemy. That was a massacre. That was... A zombie is a husk, a hollow leftover of a body being used as a magic casting source. Or as just a husk for something else to go into. I still don't agree with you casting that on me. I know you know just as well as I that you could have caught up to me quite easily. I'm not the fastest person in the world. But that aside, I want to trust you, but I need you to trust me too. And I need you to stay out of my head. In general. Only a last resort, I guess, but even then...
Hope I will respect your wishes there. But know that the speech that I use is no different than speech here. And I do not hear what's inside your own head.
It's not the same to me, though.
Yeah, these lines are things that we should decide as a team. It can't just be something that you can just do whenever, Kari. You've got to be able to make compromises to make sure everyone's happy. That's what working together is.
The difference here, Ritz, is that I communicate to you when I think it is necessary. When we're in a place that we need to sneak, when we need to be quiet. For me, speech in the mind is one of peace, not of danger, of fear.
I understand that, Kari, but it ain't that way to everyone. And you got to understand that. You've got to make concessions.
Listen, I don't have much to say in the realm of magic and speech and all that jazz, but if we're gonna continue being a party, we have to push each other's buttons to figure out where to draw the line. And I'm probably not alone in saying we pushed a lot of buttons yesterday.
Yeah.
Not even just yesterday. And we can have our secrets, we can have our icks. We just have to be direct about it, I guess. And I'll be honest, I don't know where I land with a lot of this stuff. I go back and forth. This is all really new to me. And I don't want to say I'll just go with the flow, but I'm not gonna know if y'all don't tell me things. You know I can't read people.
Yeah. About magic, there was something else I'm worried about. I've been getting stronger in magic, and that's not happened in years. I've been at the same level this whole time, and now I'm suddenly able to read new things. I'm able to cast more things. I can suddenly start getting into druidic, apparently.
Oh.
I don't know how to feel about that one. But it's very worrying.
Why is it a concern?
Because if I'm getting stronger, Samuel's feeding me more magic. And there's gotta be a reason for that.
Yeah, you think he's doing it for his own gain.
Yeah.
Does this magic come from within, or does it come from Samael?
It's from Sam.
Has Sam always been Sam?
How do you mean?
Like, how did you meet him?
Ooh, that's a complicated question.
Did he just show up one day like, hey, I'm the thing that follows you around, and I'm gonna put my little fingers in all of your business and puppeteer your life, or...
It wasn't really him who followed me around at first.
Oh.
I've known him before I became a warlock. A lot has happened.
You guys friends?
Used to be.
Oh.
Kind of more than that.
Oh.
How did he become your patron?
I ran from something. I've been useless in a lot of cases. And time again I used to never help people. I used to try, think I did good, but when it came to it, I'd always flee. And then one day I fled all the way. I left everything behind in there, and I needed a reason not to run. And being a warlock wasn't my first choice. I tried being a druid before. I would never figure out druidic. I couldn't read the spells. I couldn't cast anything. I've never been strong enough to be a ranger, and no god has answered my prayers before, so a cleric was off the table too, and funding for a wizard is not something I have. So when it came down to it, he was the next best option.
But he was just a person, right?
I thought so. But
Man, I don't know how this shit works.
Yeah, no, it all made sense afterwards. I probably knew all this time. I like believing nicer stories.
Was he a person? Can a person even become a patron?
I don't think he was ever just a person.
You think he planned this from the start?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's some long-term planning.
Yeah.
Did his personality change after he became a patron?
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only thing we can do is just keep an eye on it, right? And then you let us know if anything feels weird.
Yeah. I kind of want to get into the library at some point. I don't know, do some research. I know he's gonna be watching or whatever, but as he's given me this gift of being to read everything, I might as well use it.
Yeah. Hey, if he's watching either way, you might as well do something, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I know that there's a druid school around.
You mean the academy?
Yeah, that. Maybe that would be a good place to check stuff too, considering I can follow my dad's teachings now.
Yeah.
We've got to go there anyway for the book, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
And I'd love to look at any sort of historical documents from the past 10 years of Ennersval. I don't know if the library would be the right place, but it can't hurt to try.
I mean, I can point you guys in the right direction to the library on the way back if you want. And then you'll know where it is.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Do you just lend books here, or how does it work?
You can take him, but only if you're a member of the Golden Doe.
Great. 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 Love that.
Yeah.
Can we get Gunhilda to take us to the library?
I don't know, we could ask her.
She's in town.
Can we get
That
Gwendolyn to give us a pass?
Maybe. If we select to do with a mission or something.
We should really talk to Gwendolyn soon. A lot has happened.
Yeah. It may be possible we can discuss CT or Val's situation.
Be
Yeah.
careful about that.
I don't know how
I
much
wouldn't
we should
mention Val specifically, but I
Yeah.
want to know what the procedure is as towards the Crimson Cabal's business in the city. If it is known or unknown.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Nothing wrong with fishing for a few answers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of Samuel, and Wick is gonna root around in her pockets for
It's
She's
finally
remembered.
time.
that she has written a stinky little note to Sam in secrecy.
Mhm.
By this point, they've forgotten what was written. But would love to see if Sam has the power to write on the notes in her pocket, and she pulls it out.
Well, whether he has the power or not is unclear, but the note is not changed.
Okay.
And just
He can't get in our pockets.
Well, that's
Bold
good news.
assumption that he really wants to get into your pocket. Like,
He couldn't get in my pocket, even if he tried.
idiot!
If he
Idiot
did, he'd
can't get into
definitely
my
take that
pocket.
I think you'll need to be
Stupid
more
pig.
fearful of scrambles now.
He snores again.
Nice. Nice.
Whilst we're being honest, yesterday has confirmed more thoughts that I've been having since our first encounter with the first guest, but I need to tell you things that upset me too. As we're opening this thread.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Combat-wise,
Oh.
first of all,
Oh.
many of you have some obvious raw talent, but are extremely unrefined. And she looks directly at Ritz.
Rick looks around like, he's like, why is she looking at me?
Or probably about
Scrambles.
scrambles, yeah.
Scrambles kicks out a leg and just hits Ritz in the back of the ear.
You're no longer using your rail spike for one.
I mean, I can get another. And he
No,
goes and gets
it's-
another.
So
Yeah, he just takes
Besides
one
the-
out of the gridded like surrounding wall.
Problem solved. What's next?
the next thought is I train you in how to fight.
Oh.
Train me.
Oh.
Yeah. You're unfocused, but you have a lot of potential. You need technique. And your powers seem slightly different than they did last time. But at least, whether it's a weapon or hand-to-hand combat, I have at least 20 years of experience there.
Whoa.
Now,
For real, though? You'd do that for me?
I would. And again, it's for your survival. And after the Crimson Cabal encounter, it won't be the last time we see another werewolf or a Crimson Cabal member. And we definitely won't be as lucky as we were last time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been meaning to ask you. I've been meaning to ask you about how you don't get hit all the time. Like, you're so good at defense. But I never thought you'd want
that
to
one.
show me a few moves. Help me out.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
but I'm afraid I need to do something else first.
Hmm.
Huh?
I need to scold all of you.
Oh.
Oh.
And I'm going to start with the night at Svante's farm.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
We defeated the enemies Kova used the flower to capture the thing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Kova gives me a little punch in the arm.
Ow!
But after that, you were all ready to leave immediately, after giving your word to the fairies, and what seemed like a very magically binding promise.
Oh yeah, I just thought that they were going to come find us later. I didn't realize we had to like stay there or anything.
For me, truth, keeping word, it means everything. And being in a crew, if I can't rely on that, I can't trust any of you. When your life is in someone else's hands, it can be the difference between life or death. The second part.
I was just going to say, I own to that. That was my bad. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
I
But it all
don't
worked out
know.
all right.
I don't know what fairies is. I don't know how they work. I kind of
didn't want to talk to them.
I was kind of just running a lot. I was like, let's just keep running.
Yeah, I thought they'd like appear or something and be like, hey, oh, it's time to repay your debt or something.
I was hoping that was the case.
I
They
wouldn't.
shared a lot that I wouldn't
Yeah.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is okay under most circumstances, but that one was different. The second was the decision to leave hastily for the sake of Gunhilda's health.
Well, yeah,
On the
of course.
road, that plan changed immediately for all of you to help out a hill giant
We needed help,
Oh.
Kari.
who needed help. But if we're prioritizing someone's health and we're making a speech about it, again looking at Ritz,
Mhm.
then we need to prioritize that. I was going to stay at the cart, but the reality is if I was not there, all three of you would be dead.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But honestly, I thought it was only going to be a couple of hours, you know? I thought it would just be like in and out, get a sheep, come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What were we meant to do? Just leave him there with no one helping him?
for a sheep over someone's life, yeah. For someone you don't know. The
Yeah.
risk was everything.
I didn't know any of you guys when I met you.
And
I'd
I
still
say-
help you out.
And I'm saying this as the idiot who decided to go back for the sheep at the end of it. That was
Exactly.
foolish. No, exactly.
No, it was great. It was great. Imagine going back to the hill giant and not having a sheep or anything. It would all have been for nothing.
I would have scolded you there and then that day.
But you didn't.
No. I hold back, perhaps too much.
You're great, Kari. You got the sheep. We helped the hill giant. Gunhilda was still okay.
Yeah. But too much was put at risk. Too many foolish decisions. And I'm sorry, Kova, looking down over to him. The others looks again back at Ritz and Wick, thinking it was good to send someone already weakened by a curse into a group of anxious and terrified warriors, and someone restrained was a terrible idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
To be fair, we kind of were there because I started promising we'd help in the first place. Plus, I would normally be pretty good at that. That's what I do in Morn, and we weren't in Morn, and didn't really know you guys that well. And
No.
I just got a bit nervous.
I think we all kind of resorted to our old habits real fast.
Yeah.
For me at least, it reminded me of old mercenary jobs. Just typical day in the wherever I had to go to get a little bit of money. Rescuing a sheep, no big deal. But I didn't realize we'd be in this for the long haul, so yeah.
I've had time and time again not help people, and it got me. It's a pretty bad situation, so I have a pretty bad tell on these things and what I should and shouldn't help.
It's okay.
That weren't Cover's fault, although. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
that was just a stupid. I don't know what I was thinking.
I also didn't stop you, so it's just as much my fault.
No, it ain't.
We listen. None of us can predict what's gonna happen. We're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna make impulsive decisions that ends up maybe hurting someone. You know that I have, and I'm still working on it. We are a team now, and the best we can do is focus on getting ourselves into ship shape for the rest of the team. But
Yeah, no more mistakes, right? We just won't make
No.
any more.
No, there will be many mistakes.
no.
But we can't put our lives at risk. And I am caught in a dilemma. After yesterday's event, I don't know whether to hug you or whether to slap you for being so foolish as to fight a Crimson Cabal member.
Holy
Yo,
shit,
that's what
yeah.
you're mad about? Thought you was
Hardly.
annoyed because I went down in battle.
No,
Sorry about that.
No, I fell down. That's on me.
You were
I
helping
failed
me,
in my
right?
duty. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you had to use a healing potion on me and everything.
We are really
It won't happen
bad
again, though.
at self-blaming.
Yeah.
The Crimson Cabal. They're the elite warriors. Crimson
Yeah, fuck
Wolves.
'em.
And I think I've only told Quick this. I was in the Crescent Guard for the Moonbears for some years. The elite warriors for the Moonbear clan.
Oh.
Varric and I would have been quite close. So that's what you guys need to prepare for.
You know each other.
No. I only have heard stories, really, of their power and their, I suppose, battle prowess. The fact that they are werewolves on top of warriors is a formidable force.
Yeah, well. There's plenty of formidable forces around here.
We have
Yeah.
to.
Just adds to the
Develop
list that
them.
can kill us.
There are a lot of things that could kill us, Kari.
There's a
I'm
lot
one
of
them.
things that could
A lot
kill
of
us.
things. If we're going to help people, we can't only help the people who it's convenient to help or not dangerous to help.
It's not about convenience. Your life is not negotiable.
Yeah. You gotta put your name on that list, Ritz. Who do I
What
got to
list?
help today? Number 1, Ritz. Number 2, Scrambles. Number 3, other people.
There's no way I can just watch someone get taken away like that and not do anything about it. Who's to say his life is
understand.
more important than anyone else's life?
It's not about importance. It's how much help you can do in your lifetime, not in just a moment.
Well, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? There might not be here tomorrow. I could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, because
should
a
do what you
Crimson
can
Cabal
today.
member has gone and attacked you.
Well, maybe Val's going to do a lot of good in the future now.
He could,
Exactly.
but we need to get him healed first because he is just as much of a danger as he could be a savior.
Yeah,
True.
Does anyone know anything about curing werewolf lycanthropy?
Nope. But maybe we can research it or something.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna like it. But I've been thinking of visiting the pyre at some point. Talk to Lady Sophia.
I mean, I ain't going to stop you.
Feels like our
Yeah.
only option right now.
Thinking of asking Vic to come with me.
I'm down. Yeah.
I mean, what do you want to
I-
ask her about?
A lot.
We have a lot of bits and pieces for whatever the hell is going on around here, and I want to put the pieces together so bad.
Yeah, just be careful who you talk to, alright? There are a lot of people around here who wouldn't have our best interests at heart.
Like who? Give us specifics.
Maybe Lady Sophia, maybe Lady Gwendolyn.
You're saying maybe on all of these.
Okay, definitely Alnaric.
Okay, cool.
Definitely Virek.
Yes.
We don't know whose side anyone's on yet, so just be careful with your information.
Ritz, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
Sophia looked at you with hate. Did something happen between you two?
Well, nothing more than just what happened at the trial.
How long are we gonna keep dancing around that one?
Forever?
Okay.
It ain't important.
Sure.
Seems pretty important if you're not willing to talk about it.
It's just something I'd rather not think about.
Okay.
Well, how about your friends? Is this the same situation that did it happen to Alia?
What? No, like, everyone takes their trials individually. But it's just, for a lot of people, the trial, for us specifically, Forsaken, the trials can end up being some of the most painful, worst days of your life, so
yeah,
we just don't bring it up. That's one of the reasons we've kind of found refuge with one another, was we don't talk about it, we don't force one another to talk about it. We just look out for each other.
Oh.
What about Chrisette?
Yeah.
I mean, you could ask her if you want, but
How did she take a trial at her age?
she ain't taken one yet.
But she's already Forsaken. Well, I
she
would
hangs out with
assume.
us,
Oh, she's just okay. I see.
and we look out for her.
So would she be able to take the test?
Yeah, when she's 16, she can take it if she wants.
Ah. I barely remember this stuff.
What was your trial like?
Oh. What was my trial like?
Wick, give me a history check.
Yay! Fade to flashback.
Okay, 8.
No.
So,
Okay, I'm back in.
a lot of your early memories were burned away by your fire. You remember just flashes of metal, of a road, of someone putting a very brutalist kind of either sculpture or big puzzle box in front of you. And you remember the feeling of that interest, that hunger to understand awakening in you. But that is all.
Huh. Yeah, I honest to the gods, I don't remember much from back then. I think there was metal. There's usually metal wherever I go. Boxes, solving stuff, putting pieces together. Probably a lot of yelling and a bunch of loud machinery and...
It was just like a giant puzzle box, and then you kind of went into your puzzle solving mode.
Maybe.
Blacked
I
out.
don't... It's ironic that I can't remember it anymore.
Means you can
But
take
yeah.
the puzzle again.
Osmi and I took our trials on the same day.
Oh.
We're like the same age, actually. So like it lined up funny, because...
Oh, like the exact same day?
You could say that. I don't... I picked her birthday to be my birthday.
Aww.
Yeah. Because
And
I
you
didn't
both
know when my
passed,
birthday
right?
was. What?
You both passed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we both passed. And then that's why we decided to make a little team about it and call ourselves Fire and Ire. I'm Fire, she's Ire, because you don't want to piss her off. She did this really cool thing, and at this point you can see that Wick is like any of the like anxiety that had built up and the exhaustion is like starting to melt away. and her face is lighting up real sweet. We used to do this thing when we'd go drinking, because she's also a fire genasi, but like we got different makeup of our whatever the fire is in a fire genasi, apparently. And we learned how to breathe fire in a cool, like, you know, you put the alcohol in your mouth and you go, and then you can make a fire. She, however, figured this cool shit out where if she like did something different with it, just a billow of smoke would come out of her mouth. And it was so cool.
Whoa.
Sounds great. Sounds like you guys made a great team.
Yeah. Sorry, I got excited. But anyway,
Yeah, if you want to go to the pyre, I ain't gonna stop you. I just might not want to go.
Yeah, it's okay. So, if we do bring Val here, how do we explain that to your friends?
Oh, we wouldn't bring him while my friends are here.
Hey,
We need to keep this a closed loop.
what if they eventually find out, maybe?
What happens, and we'll cross the bridge when we come to it, but we need to keep them away from each other.
Yeah.
Anyone who sees Val, that's another target for Verek. And I am
Yeah.
putting them in danger. Plus, it's another link that Verek can use to break to find information about CT. So it puts Val in danger too.
I agree. Okay. I'll be researching then soon. I'll look into alchemy too. I think if I can figure out some of what Moira did, maybe we can get a lead on what happens with the Char Doctor,
the Scorch Doctor.
that guy,
I had a thought about Moira, actually,
right?
Yeah.
that I just kind of want to run by you guys in case anyone's got any, I don't know, in case anyone thinks I'm onto something.
Mhm.
I was thinking about it all last night. I couldn't stop thinking about what she was doing to those people. And I realised something. You guys know when we met that wraith, that spirit, the angry spirit, and it was like a whole thing. It's weird, but like it sent some of its memories through to me, and you're just gonna have to believe me that happened because it did. And I saw some of what had happened to it.
Oh.
Yeah. It was real fucked up. But all the memories that it sent through to me, they were all from down there in the well. The people who Moira's been taking, they're alive when they're down there. They're not dying in the clinic. She's taking alive people.
Yeah.
But the doc's
as
convinced
such.
they're dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how's she making them appear dead?
Well, actually, I might know the answer to that one.
Is it necromancy?
No, it's alchemy, I think. There's, Val also described this when he was taken. She used this. Actually, I have one of them. I know, pull out this black vial. She used this, and it puts them to sleep. But maybe it doesn't just put them to sleep. Maybe it just stops it makes them, appear dead.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, there's a spell that can do that too. It's a necromancy spell. And get this, spell component, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dust. Specifically grave dust.
How?
And what
do
you
you
got
know
the pyre? Ton of grave dust, baby.
How do you?
It's just something I picked up.
How?
I learned a lot about magic when I was a kid.
Well,
Learned a lot about necromancy as a kid.
you know about cursed objects a lot at the time.
Yeah,
Who taught you?
You know, people.
No, I don't know. What?
I mean, necromancy is great, right?
No.
It can what?
No, it's really not.
Well, I mean, you all don't seem to have a problem using it.
What?
What?
Huh?
You
What are
know,
you talking
using
about?
spells that do necromantic damage, or using preservation
That's-
spells to keep people safe, or
There's a difference between necromantic and, you know, necromancy.
well, it all falls under the umbrella of necromancy.
No, there's
Aliens
not
under
a
there too.
there's not a big difference between doing damage with a spell in one way or the other. There's a difference between using magic to mess with the dead. I've seen it
Yeah.
too much.
Well, messing with the dead, like, that's not cool, right? But necromancy in general.
How?
Ritz,
What
that
do
is
you
what
mean by
necromancy
that?
is.
I mean, it's one of the things it can do, but it can do a lot of stuff. It can heal people, it can bring people back, you know?
You
It can
don't
preserve people.
you don't bring people back with necromancy.
Well, what do you think true resurrection is?
That's not under the umbrella of necromancy.
What is true resurrection?
It's a necromancy spell.
Kova, is it a necromancy spell?
You don't think it
Kova,
is?
give me an Arcana check.
Mm,
Also, Kari can do that as well because Kari is also a full caster. So,
guidance.
okay. Guidance.
13.
13. Okay. Kari, do you want to participate in this, or we're just gonna let Kova?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Ooh.
I
Okay, so Kari, you listening to all of them discuss this, and Kova seems sure that it's not necromancy, but although you haven't been a cleric for too long, Kari, you have worked with clerics quite extensively, and you know that somehow, strangely, Ritz is dead on the money. Things that resurrect people, nice scrambles. Things that resurrect people are
He's learning.
very much connected to necromancy. Things like raise dead, they are all under the umbrella of necromancy. It's one of the nicer sides of necromancy, and although it is strange that Ritz is so full-heartedly embracing necromancy, he's not wrong.
Yeah, all that stuff, you know? Revivify, raise dead, resurrection, true resurrection. They're all necromancy.
Nobody just gets true resurrection, though. And I've never revived anyone before. Never been able to.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's why it's important, right?
Well, did you say that Lady Sophia goes to the pyre?
Yeah, it's kind of, she presides over it.
So, is she able to do resurrections?
Is she able to do true resurrections?
I don't know.
Is she a necromancer?
I don't know.
Have you been close to anyone who has had a true resurrection?
No. That spell's expensive as shit.
How expensive?
Like, fucking huge diamond ass expensive.
Oh.
25,000 gold
That's a lot of it.
worth of diamonds, yeah.
Right.
What do you know so much about resurrection spells and necromancy?
Let's pick it up.
You don't
Yeah.
just pick that up.
Yeah, your knowledge of necromancy and these spells specifically are quite extensive.
Well,
You're dressed like a skeleton, Ritz.
hey, it looks cool though, right?
It does look really cool and it matches your tattoos.
Yeah. Well, Me nana taught me.
Oh, the same one that made you the rug?
Yeah.
Was she a necromancer? Is she a necromancer?
He looks like Kova and Akari. How are they looking?
How are they looking?
Kova is trying to keep himself from spiraling into thought too much. And he's like staring at the ground, kind of playing with his hair and fidgeting with a lot.
She taught me necromancy, but she taught me a lot of things. She taught me how to read common. She taught me how to cook a good meal. She taught me how to play games and shit. So, she's a great person. She's not just, a necromancer.
She seems rad.
She is. She's amazing.
Does she? So, because we can speak Infernal. Does she speak Infernal?
Yeah.
Is she a tiefling?
Yeah. My whole family are.
And she raised you?
Well, she helped.
Hmm.
She was kind of responsible for the whole teaching thing,
Yeah.
On that, you should come with me to the library. I need to teach you more common.
I ain't that quick at learning shit.
That's fine, we got time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got enough time, mate.
I'm pretty patient.
I get by, though.
You're not
Can
gonna
scrambles?
leave yourself out of it.
Can scrambles read common?
I think so. He's pretty smart.
Wow.
Yeah.
At this point, I roll out of Ritz's hood, hit the floor,
Catch him.
wheeze a little bit, and then climb back in. Back to sleep.
Aww.
Nice.
We'll put him in his lap so we can scritch his belly as he sleeps.
Aw, you know that
Okay.
classic cat wakes up only to yawn, stretch, and go back to sleep.
You're scratching his egg belly.
It's one of the things, though. People always have this, image in their head when they think about the Blind Raven and its association with necromancy and everything. They always think it's this huge bad thing, but there's a lot of good that necromancy can do. People just don't appreciate it.
There's a lot of reason to think that, though.
I get it. But just because you can do necromancy don't mean you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Don't mean you can't be trusted. It don't mean you don't deserve respect from people.
Just because you can shoot fire out of your fingertips doesn't mean you're a fire genasi. Learned that one yesterday. How'd
Exactly.
you do that?
Oh, it's these. You run hot, don't you?
What did you say?
You run hot, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you gotta shake my skelly hand. I'll show you.
Oh,
And he-
okay.
He puts his hand out to
I'll
Wick,
take it.
and you see his tattoos start to glow on his
Oh.
hand. They're heat tattoos. They glow with
They're-
heat. Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa.
And she just starts putting her hands on the tattoos to leave handprints.
Mhm, they start glowing whenever you touch it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I run hot too. So I figured, why not try and use it, right? So now when I get real mad or embarrassed or something, the tattoos, they store it up, and then they can release it when I want.
Holy shit. I tried to get tattoos once, but they just burned off. This is so cool.
You should come and see Ovid with me. We can get some tattoos
Ovid?
together.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, not Ovid, sorry. Ha! Wrong snake. Come see Waldo with me.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get some tattoos. I've been meaning to go, to be honest, so,
You do magic tattoos?
yeah.
That's really cool.
He's pretty much the best there is around.
Whoa.
That's really neat. But yeah.
Dad never let me get tattoos.
Well,
Your dad ain't here.
Yeah.
The bad lads. The bad lad initiation. We're gonna get tattoos.
if you want one, you can get one.
Oh, what do I even get?
I don't know, we could think of something.
Kari,
Yeah.
do you have any tattoos?
I won't tell you.
Oh,
Ooh. Why not?
Mysterious.
No, I don't have any tattoos yet.
Oh.
yeah. I might have some
Yeah.
ideas.
You fancy getting one, Kari?
In time.
Damn, they're really taking long on those costumes.
Yeah.
At that moment, you hear the doors of the manor open, and you hear giggles and murmurs of conversation. And into the inner courtyard, you see your new friends coming in colorful costumes of their own. But what kind of costumes we'll find out after a short break. All right. So let's get back into it. So as you guys were chatting, finally the Forsaken crew comes back. And they are also wearing some fun, although disheveled looking costumes. Crosette is wearing a night costume that looks way too big for her. There are also humongous pauldrons on the sides that completely cut off her peripheral vision. There are humongous gauntlets that are kind of dragging next to her knees. And she moves. It's not heavy. It's clearly not made of actual metal, but it looks so bulky on her that she kind of looks like a very tall dwarf. But she just goes back to the fire and does a little twirl to show off. As she does.
Yeah.
Behind her, you see Felicity, who is still wearing her normal outfit. With a beautiful white shirt, but on top of it she has this black and red vampire cape with very tall collar on the side, fake fangs that she put into her mouth, and on top of her puppet, Mr. Mephisto, you see a white napkin with 2 holes for eyes.
She put fangs on her fangs?
Yes. She's
Wait, she
double
has fangs?
Yes.
I mean, she's tiefling.
Oh, good.
Yeah. She's double fanged, y'all. She's ready. And she skulks dramatically next to the fire. And when the fire lights her face, she hisses as if it's sunlight.
Crit screams and falls back off the...
Snaggle is not far behind her. He's wearing a round costume, kind of similar to Scramble's actually, but it's like this dark green costume with one big eye on the belly and a bunch of wires with smaller eyeballs sticking out in all directions around him. The eyes bob up and down as he walks, and he looks quite ridiculous, but he's in the spirit of it, and he's like showing off his sides and does a little jig, and you see all of the eyes bob around him.
What's that?
Looking good.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know. It's an eyeball monster. Oh.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
see.
Stop looking at me. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and behind them you can see Kanda dragging his heels. He is wearing a pale pink moth-eaten princess gown, a tall cone-shaped hennin on his head, and a purple boa that is like around his shoulders and neck.
Ritz whistles.
He doesn't look thrilled, but his face is a picture of resignation, like he knows he can't avoid this anymore. And you can hear Felicity applaud from behind and like skulk around him as if looking for a tasty mortal morsel.
Candor, you look beautiful.
Yeah.
Not a word, Ritz. Not a word. And he sits down next to the fire.
Well, welcome back. Nice costumes.
Thank
Looking
you,
good.
thank you. How do I look?
Amazing. So
That's what I
scary.
thought. Hey, you mind if I take out these fangs? Because I found them in the jar and they don't taste very much.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's
mine.
not-
Keep them in.
Maybe I'll keep one out. And she throws out one of the fangs. So one of her teeth sticks out almost to her chin. But she's like, okay, that's at least better.
Actually, that is actually better than it was before. That was amazing.
Yeah, who
Oh.
cares about symmetry?
Amazing.
You got it. But how have you been, guys? We've had some time in there. I hope you didn't get too bored without us.
Sitting there with puffy eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're just chatting.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, just telling jokes, weren't we?
Laughing.
Have you heard the one about the grumpy tiefling who hates jokes? Oh, hi, Candle.
I don't get it.
Kanda just pokes at the frying fish on the campfire and says, "You didn't turn them around in time." And he just starts turning the fish around.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's not burnt yet, but
How could you
Proper-
say that to Kova?
What?
Made him feel bad, Candor.
No, he's not.
I apologize, Kova.
What?
Yeah.
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yo, Candor, I won't mind burnt.
You don't mind anything. You put dirt in your mouth if it has like a little design on it or a cherry on top.
I mean,
Yeah.
dirt doesn't taste that bad sometimes.
Oh, lords.
Oh, spirits. Okay. Felicity pipes up at the same time and says, "Well, we have the food, we have the costumes. You know the most important part of this whole thing, right?
Huh?
Hell yeah.
Spooky stories. Ooh.
Oh.
Now, who wants to start?
Oh.
I'll go first if you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
go
Get everyone in
ahead.
the spirit of it.
And everyone
Alright.
sits up a little bit and looks at Ritz.
Yeah, prepare yourself. This first one's real scary, alright? Alright, so there's this girl and a fella, right? And they're like getting down to business, like making out and shit. When a sending
Snuggles
stone goes off.
immediately puts his hands over Crosette's ears.
They're making out and a sending stone goes off. The guy answers and he hears, "What are you doing with my daughter?" When he looks at the girl, though, she looks freaked and she says, "But my dad's dead." Then who was sending stone?
Then who was sending stone?
Who was sending stone?
Who was
Holy
sending
shit.
stone?
Right.
Oh my
Did they ever
God.
find out who was sending stone?
Who was
No one
sending
ever
stone?
found out who was sending stone.
Wow.
You ready for
Kanda
another?
turns to Felicity and whispers, but in a way that everyone can hear, like, "I think he read that one from Ribbit. I'm pretty sure."
Oh, is that where Country Toad's from?
Oh, yeah.
That was a great song.
You know how you have to, and when you're looking up stuff in the library, you have to say ribbit in order to get genuine answers now because the frogs in the library know where the answers are and the books just don't tell you where to go.
Yeah, those
What?
damn library frogs.
What?
Yeah.
I've been out of the loop for a while, I think. What are you on about?
Well, here's another classic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's this couple, and they're in a carriage going for a moonlit ride. Same deal if you get my meaning.
Crosette pipes
Yeah.
up and said, "Are they making out?"
They're totally making out across that.
Nice.
It's amazing.
I mean, ooh, yuck. Ugh.
I feel like
Anyway.
I've heard this one. Keep going.
When they're done, they realise that their horse is gone. So one of them's like, "I'll go find the horse, you stay here and make sure no one makes off with the car." So one of them stays and one of them goes. But after 2 hours, they're still not back. The other's wondering where they are when there's a scratching sound at the carriage door and a voice says, "Let me in." And I mean, they don't do it because the voice sounds freaky as shit. But eventually they fall asleep. But when they wake up the next morning, the lover still ain't back. So they step out of the carriage to check for them. And when they turn around, man door, hand, sword, cart door.
Holy shit!
But who was pulling the cart?
Well, the horse was, but it
Oh,
scarfed off, didn't it?
Okay, yeah. Crosette's like, yeah, that makes sense.
I love that one.
Okay,
Me too.
I have
Classic.
one. I have one.
Oh,
And Crosette
yes, yes.
stands up, and her huge gauntlets just fully hit the fish on the stick that Kanda was holding, and just falls into the ground. He just looks at it, takes another one from the fire, but she doesn't notice. She's like, "So, I have a very spooky story, but also with some smooching. And she winks. So, north of Ennersval, here's a spot with a beautiful hot spring. It's called the Hell Springs. The water's rejuvenating, and there's a beautiful devil with red skin and sharp horns runs that place. They let weary travelers stay a while, enjoy the hot springs, but always for a price. Then one time, a greedy merchant came with mercenaries in tow. He tried to scare the devil into leaving. He wanted the springs for himself. The devil smiled and said he'll leave if the merchant will also take care of his sister, since the devil had to leave. The merchant eagerly agreed, and him and his people started getting into the water and took off their clothing, and you could see his butt and everything. And they started to relax after the journey. Then they saw a beautiful woman with red skin emerge when they all leered, but they didn't notice that one at a time they all dove under the water and never came back. She was drowning them one by one until the merchant was left. He begged for mercy. Please don't drown me, I can be of use. And the devil snapped her fingers, and the man turned into pumice. To this day, when travelers visit, they get a chunk of pumice to wash their feet and stuff. And they take it from a pile that looks suspiciously like a human butt.
Oh, pumice butt.
Not the pumice butt.
Yeah.
Pumice butt.
You could buff your own butt with the pumice butt.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
All the stories are real.
I have a real story.
Oh, yeah?
This one's from Ballad. In a quaint seaside town, tales of the Wraith's Whisper, a ghost ship set to still the misty waters at the twilight, echoed through the streets. Legend had it that the Wraith's Whisper was once a luxurious vessel filled with laughter and joy, but on its maiden voyage, a fierce storm struck, and the ship vanished, taking its crew and passengers to the depths of the sea. Years later, a young fisherman named Leo often ventured out at dusk, casting his nets in the fading light. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a thick fog rolled in, wrapping the harbor in an eerie stillness. Leo felt a chill run down his spine, but continued his work, the sea glistening ominously under the fading glow. Suddenly, he heard a distant sound, a haunting melody, soft and sweet, weaving through the fog. Intrigued, he followed the sound, paddling farther from the shore than he ever had before. The air felt charged, electric, as the melody drew him closer. Through the mist, the silhouette of the ship began to emerge. Its sails glimmered as if woven from starlight, and the deck was lined with figures swaying gently to the music. Leo's heart raced. He had heard tales of the Wraith's Whisper, but to see it was something entirely different. As he drifted nearer, he caught sight of the crew, ghostly forms, their faces serene yet hollow. They beckoned him with elongated fingers, inviting him aboard. Overwhelmed with curiosity, Leo hesitated only for a moment before tying his boat to the ghostly ship's railing.
No!
Stepping onto the deck, he was enveloped with a sweet scent of flowers and salt. The crew smiled, their eyes glimmering with a mix of joy and sorrow. They danced and sang, their voices echoing like distant chimes. "Welcome, sailor," one of the spears called out, her voice melodic. "Join us for a night of revelry." But as Leo stood there, a creeping dread seeped into his bones. He recalled the tales, the ship's victims, lured by the siren's call, never returned.
Get out!
He began to lose himself in the enchantment of the moment. The music shifted, turning darker, more insistent. The crew's smiles twisted into something more sinister, their eyes now voids of despair. "Stay with us, Leo," another ghostly figure whispered, her voice like ice. "We have waited so long for a living soul." Fear clutched at his heart, realizing he was standing on the precipice of a choice. Leo took a trembling step back. "I can't stay," he stammered, his voice barely a whisper. "I have to return." The moment he spoke, the ship shuddered, and a deep silence fell. The ghostly crew froze, their expressions contorting into anguish. The captain stepped forward, his face now a mask of fury and sorrow. "You dare refuse us," he roared, the sound echoing like thunder in the thick fog. You think you can leave? You are ours now. Suddenly, the ship creaked and groaned as if it were alive, the deck beneath Leo's feet beginning to sway. Shadows loomed around him, the figures closing in, their ethereal forms warping and stretching in the dim light. Leo felt a cold hand grip his arm, pulling him closer to the edge. "Remember us and share our tale," the captain bellowed, his voice filled with despair. "You will share it, or you will join us." With sheer terror, Leo summoned all his strength and broke free from their grasp. He stumbled back to his boat, heart racing, the crew's wails rising in pitch as they jumped into the vessel as he rowed furiously back to shore. The fog thickened around him, the ghostly figures reaching for him with claw-like hands. Finally, as the shoreline emerged through the mist, the cries of the wraith's whisper faded into an anguished roar, swallowed by the night. Leo fell into the sand, gasping for breath, the warmth of the sun beginning to break through the fog. From that day on, Leo spoke of the wraith's whisper, warning others of the ghostly ship that sailed the twilight waters. The legend lived on. As time went on, it became rumored that Leo was cursed by the wicked ship. Even on the sunniest days and the moments where silence fell, he could hear a soft wailing carried by the wind. The haunting calls of the wraith's whisper forever echoing in his mind, a chilling reminder of the encounter he had narrowly escaped it. Or did he?
Oh no, Leo!
You see that the Forsaken kids are all like listening to you without even eating the food, and when you finish, you see on Felicity's face a little smirk of someone who recognizes a good storyteller. She's like, "I will have to say, I'm impressed. You know your way around a story."
Oh, thank you.
That was
Snaggle
really good.
actually pipes up and says, "Well, since we're speaking about whaling and stuff, I kind of have a similar story, if you don't mind."
Oh hell yeah!
Snaggle sits down and his like round costume kind of bunches around his head, so you can only see like parts of his face peeking out, but it doesn't stop him. And he says, "Well, let me tell you about the Wailing Wilds, a place to the east of here that is both a source of marvels and a watery grave. The winds of this place are filled with madness and magic, and anyone who travels too close soon knows that they're in trouble by the sound of wailing on the wind. That wailing, perhaps it's a choir of a spirit group that died within these wilds, or some say it's mad wind from another plane of existence. But one thing for sure, beware the wailing of the reeds." And he takes out his panpipes and plays a tiny but very haunting melody on it.
Whoa.
Whoa! Oh man, I almost thought you were going to tell us about Raven's Reach again.
Ah, that was old. That was last year. Gotta get some new material.
Well, we don't know about Raven's Reach.
You know.
Well, Snags has the best stories about it.
He kind of blushes and says, "Well, maybe another day." What about you? And he turns to Kari. Do you have a story?
Yes. I have one in particular. For the costume I'm wearing. The deep scales, as we call them, were once children who fell into the ice. They were found by a curious creature, one who doesn't simply feed on the flesh of its victims. Instead, it feeds on something far more precious. Their souls. And the being didn't stop there, for it is cunning, gluttonous, and evil. Through its insidious powers, the bodies are resurrected and kept alive, twisted into the creature's likeness, with fish-like bodies and scales, webbed hands and swollen faces. These servants for the being would be sent to snatch more prey. Some are told to retain remnants of their memory, murmurs of words, and songs their parents sung. They approach the water's edge, tapping, tapping, tapping. Then they begin to sing. The same calming songs their parents would sing, and the children would be called by the tune. Charmed by its alluring song, they approach the water's edge. Till snatch! She will pick them up, yoink them into their hood.
That's Snaggle. So you get Snaggle up.
I
and
snag Snaggles.
You snag Snaggle. Yes, and because he's in this like ball eye shape, he can't even do anything. So he's like just yelps, and you put him in your hood.
Snaggle, no snagging.
Yeah. I pull the hood up and I jump into the shadows.
I like that story. I do it.
Well, a toast to Snaggles, who
Damn.
was here for too short a time.
Oh.
You hear a muffled voice.
Yes. I have an additional part to the story if you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
This is of the boy who returned from the ice.
Oh.
His body resurfaced from the ice, their skin appearing as blue as the thickest ice around. His life force gone. Our best healers decided to call upon the Mother of the Moon to bring him back. And when he drew his first breath, it was ice cold and would never be as warm as it once was. Their skin, still a deep blue, left the villagers scared and confused. They asked if this was truly the same boy who fell in, or was he now a deep scale? Here to take our children right under our noses? Our shamans examined the boy. His physical form remained intact, but the soul changed, removed, devoured, gone, maimed in some way. They could not be certain. The boy was kept under watch, never left alone, never free to be normal, never trusted. In a sense, he was forsaken. And thunder roars with thaumaturgy.
Everyone jumps
Oh
up.
shit, was he alright?
Well, the next part of this story is chosen by the storyteller.
Oh, I thought you knew the guy.
No.
Give him an happy ending, Carrie. Give him an happy ending.
Good. That's the ending I prefer. Though it's not so spooky.
Oh.
Against endless prejudice and distrust, the boy never gave up. Soul or not, he continued, loudly and proudly, fighting for the approval of the clan to live up to their standards and the ones he set for them in the future. He's
Hell
a folk
yeah.
hero.
Oh.
Oh, can I get up now?
No, you are mine forever.
Oh.
Carrie, don't joke.
shit.
But he's green, not blue.
She takes him out.
Thank you. And he kind of writes his little costume, but he says, I like that story. That was nice.
Yeah, good story.
Yeah.
Are those things real?
Deep scales?
Yeah.
You never heard of them?
No.
Oh, they're fun. Well,
So
not
they're
fun,
real?
but
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Are they in
No.
Glad too?
I've never seen them. It doesn't get that chilly as often.
Oh man.
I've
I
never
heard
gotten
of
that
them.
close to the water.
Lots of sea sailors actually talk about them.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Y'all, I
That's
can't
so
swim.
gnarly.
Just so you know, I can't
You
swim.
can't swim.
Oh, I could teach you. I
have
love
to teach you.
swimming.
I don't know.
I mean, if you
Ugh.
want to learn.
I haven't
can
swum
teach
in years.
I might. If we gotta learn
Well,
at some point.
have the-
Just
I mean, if
let's
you-
just
if you
not go on
want.
any boats.
It's fun.
Oh, we gotta get on a boat though.
Mm.
haven't
Have you
been-
guys not tried the river taxi? Felicity says.
I've been tempted to just jump into the river, but I don't have swimming clothes.
Ah, well, if you want to get from one end of the city to the another very fast, there's a river taxi. There are little boats that take you down Tangleran.
Oh, we gotta get onto the boat taxi.
Yeah. We can teach you to swim first, though, Wick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a great teacher for it.
Who taught you?
My dad.
Is he a good swimmer?
Yeah.
Maybe Koba can teach us all some stuff.
Yeah. I haven't been able to swim in a long time. The park doesn't have very nice swimming places.
Tangle Run's nice.
Yeah.
Crusade pipes up and says, Wick, do you know any scary stories?
Oh. What?
I could try.
Yes.
Hell yeah, Wick, let's go!
This I don't know how much sense this one's gonna be because my memory's a little foggy. But in the Black Boar clan, every year there's this event. That we so a little context. There are these things that we ride around on that are like little carts, but they make loud noises and people they're loud, right?
Cool.
Yeah, like the wheels with the horses with the spinning legs.
The what?
Oh.
You know how horses have legs?
Oh gosh.
Yes?
You know. Oh, okay. So, what happened was.
Felicity says, wow, they are very bad at this, huh?
Hey, no judgment.
when the worms. Wait, no, that I just gave it away. Okay. So
Scrambles is
there's-
enraptured by this story.
so there's worms in the steppe. We go to the steppe. I don't think I ever went to the steppe, but like Elidor told me that he would go to the steppe, and like one of the things. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'm good at telling stories.
No, this is
you got
great.
it, you got it.
Keep going.
Okay. One day that we went to the steppe and there was this guy named John and he approached it and his bike was he was driving and then he ran out of gas and then he said to the bike, I gotta go get you more gas.
What's
And then when
gas
he
with?
went to get the fuel for the bike and the stuff, he came back and his bike was gone and all that was there was a note that
What's the note say?
the note said the purple worms ate your bike. Oh no!
Oh no!
No.
Oh no, purple worms know how to write?
Oh,
Yeah.
Now they're
Spooky.
even scarier.
purple worms are terrifying.
Oh, what
Listen,
can't they do?
Listen, I the only scary stories I know are real ones, and I don't really want to talk about that right
That's
now.
so sad.
I was so scared.
Terrifying. Yeah.
Scrambles claps.
Thank you, Scrabbles!
I didn't even know you could do that.
Scrambles. Do you know any scary stories?
Scrambles looks at Ritz.
Oh, we might have something. I'm sure we could drum something up for them, right, Scrambles?
Turns
I could
back to
translate
Carrie
for
and
him.
nods proudly.
Oh.
All right. I need to be standing for this one. So, Ritz stands up and walks to like a gap in the campfire so that he can see everyone around in the circle, and stand in front of it.
Scrambles kind of runs out of view excitedly.
You ready, Scrambles?
Yeah.
The small hiss of eggs comes from the shadow.
Lady V, can I attempt to hide for
Absolutely.
this performance?
Absolutely. Give me a stealth check with advantage because all of them are around a source of light, whereas you're in the shadow. Even if they try to see you, it's gonna take them a while to get adjusted to the darkness.
Come on.
How did you get a 12 from a
That was a
15
disadvantage.
roll?
I clicked the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 15 plus what's your stealth?
7.
7.
7. So that's
Damn.
22. That's very good. Everyone immediately loses sight of Scrambles.
Wow.
All right. I think it's time that you all heard the proper story of the Blue Eel Lady. What do you think? Yeah. All right, here goes. You ready? Everyone ready to get spooked? All right. Gather round, one and all, to hear the chilling tale of the blue-heeled lady. It all started on a night just like this one, on these very streets over 50 years ago. Back then, crime ran rampant, even more so than now. Thieves, vagabonds, miscreants stalked the streets at night, looking for unwitting victims.
So at this point, V, I'd like to be going around the circle and pickpocketing everybody.
Hell yeah! Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
With advantage or...
With advantage, because Ritz is actively bringing attention, and this is a trick that you guys have pulled before. So 26, yeah. No one suspects a thing. Everyone's enraptured by the story.
Awesome. I'll let you decide what I steal then.
Yep. Do you want me to tell you now or after the story?
Well, I think I need to steal at least a gold coin from someone.
Oh, absolutely.
So as long as that's in there.
I
Yes.
think only Ritz are money.
Well, there are also Candor and Snaggles who are also listening to the story.
Lol.
All right, well, no one's coin or life was safe. And Scrambles will...
At this point, I jump out and scurry up to Ritz.
Hell yeah.
With a gold coin clutched in my hands.
Yeah, so
Triumphantly.
he's holding a gold coin in his hands, but in his teeth, Wiki holds your gun.
What the fuck?
Yo, Scrambles, that ain't a coin.
Hey!
Yo, we talked about this.
Hey, give me that. She's just chasing after Scrambles now. Give me that,
Scrambles-
you...
Scrambles is pointing the gun back at you and running like backwards.
You don't know how to shoot that thing!
Alright, so both of you give me acrobatics checks.
Okay.
He's got a gun.
You have no right to shoot that thing!
What do you have there? A gun.
Okay, so very close actually, and it takes you a couple of laps around the campfire. Felicity and Crosette are both laughing as Wick runs around against Scrambles, and in a couple of laps you finally grab him by the scruff and he's pointing a gun and you can see a little bit of drool on the side of his face.
Do it, coward. Do it, I dare you.
Do it.
Sorry, 1 minute. I look down at the gun and back at you and furrow my brow.
Shoot me.
Whoa, whoa.
Scrubbles,
do it,
you don't
Scrubbles!
fucking know what that thing does. It's just shiny.
No idea. I start pressing anything that looks like a lever on
Oh
it.
no,
Oh,
okay.
no.
Oh no.
Scrambles, give me a general dexterity check.
General dexterity.
Guidance. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just thinking of that one
Imagine.
vine of the kid with the water gun and the kid just goes, shoot me.
Shoot me.
Yeah.
Okay, a 12. All right. So you can see that his tiny little fingers, Wick, they are grabbing at everything, and you can see that it's inching closer and closer to the release mechanism. I'll give you a chance to stop him if you want. That's up to you.
I'm gonna try to take it.
Okay, then you give me a general dexterity check.
Dexterity. Click the button.
Scrambles kills Wick.
Yeah, I can't believe this is how Wick dies.
Yeah, crazy. We'll miss him. Yeah, you can see that his finger is so close, and then you snatch the gun out of his hand.
Nope. Too late.
Oh my god.
I hiss
I'm
and
gonna-
drop out of your arms.
This is a scary story indeed.
Crosette says,
Scrambles up.
so what happens to the lady? You didn't finish the story.
Okay, I run over to Ritz, and I'm still got the gold coin.
We can't do this every time, Scrambles.
And profess it to Ritz.
Nice. Candace says, "Hey, hold up. That's my coin."
Yeah.
How do you know that?
As I was saying, no one's coin or life was safe, and then he flips it back to Candor.
Thank you. And to answer the question, I always mark my coins. Thank you very much.
Like a marker thing on there? Like, what do you mean?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of gold fakes in the town, so I make sure that every coin I find is true and make a little mark on it.
Huh. Okay.
Very thorough of you, Candor. Anyway, that is until the blue-eared lady appeared. And Ritz will flare up the fire with his thaumaturgy to make it go blue.
Mhm.
And he jumps onto a chair and whips his cloak around his face. So he's got like his hood up and he's doing like a Batman pose.
Whoa.
Beautiful, cunning as a raven, quick as a lynx with strange and wonderful magics. Like a shadow amongst shadows, she bamps from rooftop to rooftop. And he will use his produce flame from his tattoos to send fire down to his heels and use his thaumaturgy to turn that blue and start parkouring around.
Whoa.
Scrambles attempts to evade this blue-heeled devil and try and pretend to be running away from him. Parkouring with him.
Both of you give me acrobatics checks.
All right. Ritz is so tired, y'all.
No. Guidance.
Oh, you got guidance. Nice.
No!
Oh boy, Scrambles.
Oh no. I think I'm being scrambles.
You're rolling with disadvantage.
With
Yeah.
guidance.
Oh!
Whoa. Add
Well-
D4 to that, baby.
Yo.
That's crazy. You got 2 18s. That's wild.
Yeah.
Nice. So, you can see that Ritz, even though he's tired, does these beautiful flips around the fire, balancing on different chairs. And you can see that he sends these like snippets of fire and flame towards Scrambles, who's trying to evade it, but Scrambles is still out of breath after the chase with Wick. So one of these gets a little too close to your butt, Scrambles, and you can feel it singe some of your fur.
Oh no.
Yo, sorry, Scrambles. Ritz grabs him in a roll and like blows on his butt to play it out.
Scrambles is waving his little arms, pointing and pointing, like just.
And then he pins him to the ground. Bam! The blue heels of her boots were the last thing criminals would see before she took them out. She stood up for the innocent, the downtrodden, the oppressed. A real hero. But hey now, this ain't just an action story. And Ritz will bring the campfire down to like a dim glow and turn it like a soft pink. And he lifts Scrambles up. It's also a love story.
Scrambles swoons. He raises an arm to his little face and just goes limp
Oh,
in Ritz's arms.
that's right. 50 years ago, could be to the day, she saved the life of a poor merchant, and the two fell for each other, helplessly and completely. And he dips Scrambles. And then he plants a big old smooch right between the eyes.
Yeah.
Scrambles licks his nose.
Oh.
His own nose, not.
So she gave him the money to erect a tavern, and when he did, he named it after her. And that's the Blue Heel. And he tosses Scrambles up into the air to do a flourish.
Scrambles attempts to do a flip.
Nice. Give me acrobatics.
I know, I can't touch you while you do
No,
that.
you can't. Yeah.
Come on. Oh,
Nice!
Very good. He does a barrel roll in the air and lands on one paw on Ritz's head.
No one ever found out who she was. No one's ever been able to catch her. So, people believe she's still out there. So if you've got a dirty conscience, you should beware when you're traveling the streets of Ennersval at night. Because her next victim could be you!
Scrambles scurries down and jumps out of the fire.
And
Nice.
Rich flares the fire so it underlights Scrambles and he leaps towards people.
He leaps deliberately at Kova
Nice.
and attempts to punch him in the face.
Whoa. Okay, so Scrambles, give me an athletics check. Kova, give me a dexterity check.
Okay. -1.
Let's go.
That's a 2.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy!
Yeah, so you did not expect the sudden attack where Scrambles flies through the fire towards you and resounding smack. It doesn't hurt, but it is scary.
He falls off his chair. Ah!
Felicity says, I think he's dead.
I can't believe you killed him.
Wow, you got him, Scrambles. You really got him.
Scrambles takes his chair,
No!
sitting very proudly.
Yo, take a bow, Scrambles.
Stands up on the chair and takes a
Yeah.
little bow.
Yeah,
Sit
everyone
next to the
claps.
chair.
Everyone claps, kinda moves a different chair towards you, Kova, silently.
Oh, thank you.
Felicity says, wow, we have a lot of fun stories this year. That's pretty good.
Well, the writer of the Grapevine Gazette hasn't had a story yet.
Ah, well, I was thinking that maybe I should let you guys bask in the glory, but I suppose. She kind of fixes her vampire collar a little bit and says, so, this story takes us to the eastern shores of the continent, in the great city of Palaxia, where magic and gold ran the streets. There was a young thief who set his sights high on the manor of Lord Valerio. He was one of the most powerful people in the city, and among many riches, his manor housed a collection of cursed items. And she winks at Ritz. The thief snuck in, avoiding the traps and outsmarting the gargoyle guarding the place, and stole many things, including a scarab brooch from the far land of Zartan. The thief went home, happy with his haul, but soon he started coughing. His stomach was turning as if he ate something horrible. After hours of torment, he felt like throwing up, but instead of bile, it was scarab beetles in a never-ending stream that fell out from his mouth. His entire room soon enough became filled with crawling insects, and when the morning came, the thief wasted away and there was nothing left but the bugs and the brooch that he stole. And with a flourish, she opens her hand and there's a small bejeweled brooch in a shape of a scarab beetle.
Whoa!
Yo!
Are you gonna be barfing up scarab beetles now?
I don't know, maybe you will be.
Whoa!
Oh!
Kova, can you make that happen? You have that bug magic.
He's gonna cast infestation and make bugs crawl out of his mouth.
Whoa!
Yeah!
For the first time, Felicity is like actually taken aback. And that doesn't happen often to her. And she's like, wow, you're a tricky one, huh? That's really cool. Hey, Ritz, can we take him on the next time we need to fool someone? I think he has some potential.
Yeah, for sure.
Candace says, no one's fooling anyone. You told me everything was about Bort, okay?
Yeah, of course, it will be. He winks at Felicity.
She winks back.
Yeah. Winks at himself.
With one eye, because one of your eyes is closed by the eye patch.
Yep.
So it looks just like you're blinking.
It looks like he's blinking.
Yeah.
Hey, what about you, Candor? You got any stories?
Yeah, princess.
Okay now. He looks at Felicity, and everyone can give me an insight check.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh la la! Ooh la
Is that the
la!
second time I've got? That's the second time I've gotten a nat 20 with Candace specifically, right?
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, you got his number. So, everyone, you see that he is looking, quite tired, kind of similar to Ritz actually. And Kari, with your natural 20, you notice something else. The whole time that Felicity was telling her story, especially when she mentioned like the powerful lord in Palaxia, Kanda really tensed up, and you see that his mind went somewhere far away. And as she was telling the story, you can see that he kind of absent-mindedly was touching the scar on his cheek and thinking about something. So when Ritz brings up the quests, and when you guys ask for a story, he looks kind of rattled, and he says, maybe not today. Next time.
Boo. All right.
Okay.
Looking kind of peaky there. You're right, bud.
I'm just tired. Had a lot of documents to sort through. Speaking of documents, and he clearly very clumsily tries to change topic. And he says, you guys wanted into the archives, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow morning, you can come with me. I'm basically the archivist. No one wants to do that job, so I kind of do it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, shit.
Sure.
No way, really?
Yeah. Sigvard told me to keep a look on you, and don't let you tamper with anything. But you will have a couple hours in there to check the records if you need it.
Oh, thank you.
Hell
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, of course. It's for a good cause, I assume. You guys already helped catch that Moira lady.
Yeah, she was awful.
Mm-hmm. And save Chester. Never forget that.
Yeah.
Of course.
I should talk to Fiora more. She says she's got some herbalism knowledge that I should ask her about.
Wait, Kova, can you talk to Chester now? Because you can speak with animals, right?
I can! Maybe, if it works. I don't know, maybe Scrammle's just really smart.
Yeah, Scrambles is pretty smart.
Kander actually brightens up a little bit, and he looks at you, Kova, and says, wait, if you can talk to animals, maybe you can ask that cat what he saw. Maybe we will know who she worked with.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows something.
Maybe.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
exciting.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little rusty. Rusty. I've never done druid magic before today. But it seems to be going okay so far.
It looked like it was working. You could tell that he was saying eggs.
Yeah.
Felicity says everyone can tell that he's saying X.
Well,
That's
Yes, see?
proudly at himself.
Nice.
good job.
Yeah, well, maybe eggs means eggs in animal speak too.
It sounded different, a little bit.
You see?
But he also did say normal words, like, I can't believe this guy thinks I only say eggs.
What?
Scrabble smiles.
Oh, shit.
Little scrambly man. So smart.
He's smart. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah?
should we ask about, or do we just ask Gwendolyn about that? And he'll, like, eye the rest of the group being like, the thing that we were gonna ask the guard about, or Gwendolyn?
So at that time, you can see that the gang, after the food and stories were exchanged, actually starts packing up a little bit. So you can see that they are getting ready to leave the curtain call. And they all kind of groan when Candace starts pointing them at bits of trash to pick up after them. So if there's anything you want to discuss, this would be the time.
We can do, I think, a couple of things. I have one idea with Kova we can save for the end. Maybe a little twin guiding bolt for like a fireworks sort of display, or just something fun. Shall go to Kandor real quick. Kandor,
Yes?
Do you have access to more days off?
Days off?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never take them. Maybe it's a backlog.
Good. I'll be training these idiots in combat. You're welcome to join.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Are you actually gonna sit Ritz down so he can learn
Yes,
something?
and you're going to help me.
He kind of looks to the side a little and kind of looks a little nervous and says, I'm not very practiced in a real fight that much. They don't really let me do that in the guards.
In the background, you see Kova like acting like he's some cool martial guy and whacking his staff around and totally hits himself in the face at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm better than that guy, but yeah.
I'll decide if you're good or bad.
Give
Oh, you
me
win?
a persuasion check, Kari.
Sure.
Are you rolling with advantage?
Mm-hmm. Sure am.
Okay, you should say that so I can take off
Okay,
your
sure,
inspiration.
sure.
Yeah. Okay, 16.
Yeah.
Yoink. Okay, 16. All right. He looks at you, looks at the Kova who just whacked himself with a staff, and says, if the guard master lets me use my backlog of days off, I might swing by. Where are you planning to do that?
Looks at the rest of the gang. Does here sound good?
But now?
Yes.
No, not now.
Oh, okay.
Ritz is about to collapse.
Yeah, he is.
What was the question?
Now it's gonna hate him.
Okay, yeah, here works. Yes.
Good.
Good. Yeah.
You notice that Kari has a completely different attitude, specifically with Candor.
Yeah. And he kind of nods and goes back to picking up trash with more vigor.
Oh.
Ritz will grab Fliss if she's available.
Yeah.
And
she's acting as if she's picking up trash, but she's like just kicking the can at the side, and whenever Candor looks around, she just kicks more, and then when he stops looking, she stops.
Yeah, Ritz will go over to her and do the same thing next to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this
Fliss,
can very, very, very tough to kick.
It's
Thanks
so
for the help.
slippery, man. I keep
Yeah.
trying, but it's just like it's too fast for me.
Yeah, it's tough work.
I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
at the Motley Patch, you brought up things are weird around town. You said to be careful. What did you mean?
Oh, it's. I mean, a couple of different things. It just things are not looking great, you know. First of all, the sudden dragon appearing. That's weird.
Yeah,
hasn't been
Tooth mine, right?
Yeah, hasn't been a dragon around Ennersval. Well, not since we came to town, which is like 10 years ago. So, not since then at least. And the fallows. Things are looking weird there. I mean, the visitors are always being a little dodgy, but they've been acting up. She looks at Wick a little bit nervously, looks back at you, and says, I saw some Blackboard clan members having a fight with each other, which is strange. Things are not looking good in the fallows, and that's not to mention the jewelry merchant in the fallows, Romand.
Yeah, Romand.
There's been 3 attempts on his life.
Oh.
Why do you think that's happened?
I have no idea. I mean, with my work, I don't really get to ask people that often, but I just, with news, I notice things, right? And
Yeah.
the news is that everyone is getting, I don't know, everyone's doing something, and I don't know what it is, but it makes me nervous.
Yeah, everyone's in conflict over something.
Yeah.
And the dragon, you said there hadn't been one for 10 years. Was the one 10 years ago?
No, that's just when we came to town, so I don't remember before that, but at least in my memory, Ennersval was always a pretty safe place. I mean, not to
Yeah.
mention occasional murder and thievery, but that's everywhere, right? But things are strange, and I feel like there's things going around the surface that we don't know of.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that feeling too.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about dragons in general, like being from Palaxia?
I mean, a little. I know that there's different types. There's the different
So a
colors,
black dragon
different
just showing
metals.
up, is that something they do a lot, or is that weird?
She's actually gonna roll a check. I'm gonna roll a check. She kind of looks to the side a little and says, I don't know much about dragons, but I do know that they live in different places, right? And a black dragon is, well, they live in like murky places, like swamps and things as such. It's strange that it is coming into the mountains, right? The mine, not
Right.
the place for it.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a quest to go and help Romand out tomorrow, so
She
I'll
kind
see if I
of
can
looks
figure
at
anything
you
out.
warily and says, "Be careful. I think there are assassins in the city."
all right, thanks for the heads up. No problem.
Okay. And she picks up the can that you guys were
He kicks
kicking.
it away from her.
Hey now. Okay, I see how it is.
If now's a good time, I'm gonna walk up to Chrisette.
Mhm.
And hey, before we leave, I do have a couple questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I was wondering, and I apologize if this is a sore subject, but like, Fire Genasi, how we're born is kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you know how you were born?
Not the faintest. Sorry. I mean, I don't remember much about my childhood, but I mean, I was found near Hell Springs, so
Wait, really?
yeah.
So you also don't have parents?
Well, if I had parents, I'd probably not be hanging out with a middle-aged goblin.
Oh, that's true.
Poor Snaggle.
Oh.
Do you
Yeah.
do you ever your fire? Can you feel it?
I mean, sometimes, yeah, like the little flame in my head. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Difficult to do with anything with it. It just grows as it goes. But I mean, that's
So,
about
no, like it's not painful. It's
it. No, is it supposed to be? Is that the puberty thing? Cause Snaggle was trying to tell me, but I didn't really. Really listen.
I mean, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. When I was your age, I think I had a little bit of like chest pains, but I think that's a me specific thing. My partner doesn't have any of that, and she's also a Fire Genasi.
Oh, you got a partner. Ooh.
Yeah, I got a partner. Ooh,
I
big
do you
deal.
smooch.
Yeah, we smooch all the time. What about it?
Yuck.
I know, gross, right? But yeah, I mean, nothing should feel wrong, I would think. But if you have, any questions, I can try to answer. I don't know. It's just, have you had any weird dreams lately?
Weird dreams? I mean, no weirder than usual. Sometimes I have a dream that Candor is growing in the size of the city, and wherever I go, what kind of prank I pull, he can always see me. It's freaky.
Oh,
I
no.
don't like it.
Oh yeah, that's not a fun dream.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, just if you have any, I don't know. I'm figuring this stuff out too. And if you need any sort of Fire Genasi chit chat time, I guess.
Yeah.
I could maybe when you're older, I could show you how to breathe fire with the cool with alcohol and shit.
Oh yeah, I totally haven't had alcohol before. Totally.
Well, listen, I'm not allowed to. I'm trying to be responsible here.
Well,
You
tell
do
that
whatever
to
you
Ritz.
gotta do.
Never mind. Listen, does that mean that you guys are like sticking around? People don't actually stick around with us that often. People kind of avoid us.
I mean, you're friends of Ritz, so, and Ritz is part of our party now. We're the Bad Lads. Hey.
That's
yeah.
a stupid name.
I know. I didn't think of it. Ritz was like really gung ho about it, and
Yeah, well, Ritz is pretty stupid. She looks at him with a smile.
Ritz waves at her.
Yeah, see, dumb idiot.
y'all are really good friends, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, these are the people I grew up with. You know, I don't really know anyone else.
I get that.
Yeah.
One last question, and sorry for prying. Are you gonna do the trial?
You see, like, a complicated look flash on her face, and she says, I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but the clan people, they don't like my friends, and that means I don't like them.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Respect it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe things will change, but I mean, she kind of lowers her voice, and you can see a very worried look, as if she's betraying a friend, but she's like quietly saying, don't tell this to anyone. But Kanda tried to get into a clan 7 times.
Oh.
How can someone reject him 7 times? Something's not right, and I don't trust them.
Yeah, that's odd for sure.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all. And it looks like the group you found, even though some people may have opinions about them, you know what's best for you.
Well, no one else stepped up to, take care of a gymnastic kid, so they're the best people I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a job actually. I'm kind of an adult. Yeah, I work.
Wait, you got a
part-time.
job?
Yeah, I got a job. Why are you so surprised?
I didn't know. I didn't know you had
Yeah,
you didn't mention it.
I work at the dinner theater in Laughs and Lentils. They have this like mage guy called Magnificent Marco, and I'm kind of his assistant. I'm responsible for pyrotechnics.
Oh. That's really cool.
Yeah. Speaking of pyrotechnics, and she pats the side of her tube on her back. Want to see something cool?
Yeah. And Wick just like pulls out a little piece of paper. She just writes something down on a little piece of paper, all normal like, and she's like, "Yeah, you're good. Go. What's
Very normal.
It's another Sam you stinky note. Just like yeah. She kind of climbs on one of the chairs and says, "Everybody, I think it is time for the big finish." And you can see that all the Forsaken kids clearly know what that means. Felicity stands up straight and almost ready to salute. Snaggle looks at the sky, awaiting something. Candor actually sits down and covers his ears. What are you guys doing?
Kova is busy downing a bottle of alcohol.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Give me a constitution check, Kova.
Yippee! I mean, he's only got one. It's only one.
Yeah, full bottle for a tiny little guy. Come on,
Is it a saving throw or a check? I mean, it doesn't matter either way.
it's a saving throw.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, look at you.
He's proficient.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Proficient in alcoholism. Yeah.
Liquid
so
confidence.
Tova downs a full bottle like it's nothing.
Yeah, Ritz is bouncing on his heels.
Yeah.
Let's go, fire starter!
Could make it bigger.
Oh?
She's sort of like nervous because she's knowing exactly what she's doing. She's like, yeah, there's going to be a big boom and technically like fire and stuff, but she's like, okay. Ritz, Wick, both of you stand close by with your flame spells.
Yeah.
Kova, can you walk in a straight line for a second?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
you're
all
good. Okay, beautiful. Ready a guiding bolt, and I will go on the opposite side.
Oh, is that the shiny thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you call it. Okay.
On Crosette's mark, we fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Alright.
Crosette sets up a few different size and color fireworks on the ground in the center, and when she's ready, she looks at her work, nods, and then she takes a few steps back and spits at the direction of the fireworks, and you see a little flame that travels from her tongue to the fireworks, and one by one they start sizzling and then go up into the sky, and you see big lights and bits of 5 different color start appearing. What do you guys do?
I'll follow Kari's lead.
Yeah.
Fire off a last spell slot in the guiding bolt.
Amazing.
I'll take that energy and follow up.
Ritz and Wiki use your fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Ritz sees everyone shooting up into the sky and is like, he can't really get his fire to go that far, so his fire rolls along his arms and he kind of forms it into a ball that he tosses in his hand. Then he throws it up and cracks it with his railing spike, like a baseball player.
Nice.
And marks it up into the sky where it explodes.
Nice.
Wick sends up her fire with her finger guns, just like how Ritz did earlier.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, Wick!
Yeah!
So, in the explosion of magic and fire, you see the sky over the curtain call manor light up, and it's as bright as daylight for a couple of seconds, and you can see everyone's faces around you looking up in different colors, blue, red, green. They'll all flash in their eyes, and for a moment, no troubles, no nightmares can touch you. And then the fires die down.
Yeah, you see those fireworks? There are constellations.
Aww. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Felicity grabs Crosette by the collar and says, "Okay, little one, time for bed." And she says, "Boo!" And she picks up her things. Bye bye. And you see Crosette and Snaggles start leaving in the directions of Boots and Lodgings.
Ritz will just run after and grab Snags for just a sec.
Oh yeah?
And just be like, "Hey, there's a guy staying at Boots and Lodgings called Virek. Just give him a wide berth, okay? He ain't a good person."
Okay. How does he look?
Tall, handsome, I guess. He's got like salt and pepper beard, dark brown hair, pretty well built,
Okay.
grey
Did
eyes.
Did he do something?
We might have pissed him off a bit,
Huh.
but
Shocker.
he's yeah. But turns out he ain't a great person to piss off, and
see.
he ain't afraid to threaten people. So just steer clear if you can.
All right.
Is like Ritz sort of audible enough to chime in on?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. It's likely he's got a keen sense of smell. He may know that you've been with us. Just be wary.
Okay, got it. Maybe that's gonna be a good reason to force Crosette to take a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, I'll try. Hey, if you don't want to die from a scary guy attack, take a bath. And she's like, no. And they leave. You see, Felicity and Kanda also start picking things up. Kanda is lugging all of the trash in a little bag with him. And Felicity says, "Well, we're going to the Bard's Row, back home. Guess we'll see you around."
Thanks for the night.
Of course.
It was great.
Thanks for the party.
Yeah. Oh, almost forgot. And she reaches into your hood, Ritz, and takes out Scrambles.
Little stowaway.
I
Yeah.
reach for Ritz, like, no.
Now
so
Scrambles.
comfy.
Hey,
Go
little
on, go with
guy,
Bliss.
do you wanna stay? Because I know you're gonna try to steal that gun again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he could go.
Where are you intending on taking Scrambles?
Well, you know, Scrambles, that Felicity usually, when she can, takes him home and then braids little bows into his fur, which he hates. So it's up to Scrambles if he wants to stay here, go somewhere else, or go with Felicity.
For some reason, a memory of past events passes across Scramble's eyes, and he reaches even more fervently towards Ritz, just like, no. And then starts pointing at the tower, like above the curtain call, just like to Ritz, like, no.
Oh.
The
All
tower.
right, you want up. And he'll take Scrambles from Fliss.
All right, well, here's your responsibility now then.
Yep. And Ritz lunges back and throws him into the air towards the tower.
Nice. Of course. Yeah, Ritz, give me an athletics check.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Holy shit. These are interesting, huh? Okay, so... Damn. All right. So that's a +6, and that's an 8. That's not bad. You throw him. He lands on the second floor next to the tower. He's nowhere near the tower.
I start to scurry up.
All right. You all see how Scrambles starts climbing the tower in the dark. You see once in a while his yellow eyes flash back at you, and then he scurries upwards again and again. And when you reach the top of the tower, what do, Scrambles?
You ever see the Batman animated series opening? Mm-hmm. To stand on the ledge like Batman.
Yes,
Staring down at them.
absolutely. You see a silhouette of a powerful raccoon on the top.
I turn the egg costume inside out so it has that serrated edge, like a Batman cape, and put it around my neck.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. He's not the
Yep.
hero we expected, but he's the hero we got.
That raccoon punched me in the face.
Yeah, he did.
He's powerful.
Not the first.
You've got a habit of getting into fight with raccoons.
They have a habit of fighting me.
Wow.
That's winning.
At that moment, you see Kander and Fliss bid you farewell, and they are start heading home.
Good
Wow, that's
lord.
fun.
So do those ships go at night?
Oh,
The boats?
The taxis.
Yeah.
Do I know if
Ritz,
they go at night?
you know that there are some, but usually the prices at night are a bit steeper, and there are not as many of them. But that means that the Tangle Run itself is probably not as busy. So if you want to splurge on a nice trip back home, you can.
Yeah, they run, but they're pretty expensive.
What's pretty expensive, like
2 gold pieces.
per
2
person?
gold.
No, just for a boat.
Oh,
We might want to save our money, you know, for other more important stuff.
Well, Ritz, I noticed you didn't deduct 2 gold from the drinks you bought the other day, so this is my treat.
Oh, I did. It was from my own personal gold. That.
no.
Yeah.
Tackle back in.
Well, if you're refusing that 2 gold, then I guess I'll just purchase the boat for us.
Are you using the party gold to do it?
No.
Mm.
I mean,
I
this
mean,
is
I
pretty
can't tell you how to
important.
spend your money.
We need to be back quicker rather than later if we want to, check on Val and
That's
on
true.
Betry.
Yeah, you got a good point. All right, fine. Are you
Yeah.
going to be all right with that, Wick? We haven't taught you how to swim yet.
I'll rescue you if you fall out.
Yeah, I think this
we'll
might
jump
be
in
a
after
good,
you.
a good practice run at least. It's not a huge body of water.
Did Kander ever bring back a noble costume?
Yes,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did actually. He brought a little set. There's a ruffled shirt, a suit jacket with coattails, and tights.
Hey, look at this.
Oh my god.
This'll work for it.
Yeah, we should get some fabrics and stuff tomorrow. We all need more outfits if we're gonna keep doing the amount of stuff we do in a day.
Mm-hmm.
But this'll work. I'll sew something in the boat maybe for him. Hopefully he's around.
Yeah, fingers crossed he's still there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys get a river taxi and head home.
Oh.
You see, yes.
I'm sorry, the music got scary.
It's because you're in a river taxi, Wick.
So, you get a ride from a sleepy boatman who just pockets your 2 gold and quietly leads the boat through the winding pathway that is Tangle Run. As you go, it is dark deep at night when you travel, so you see many houses already have dark windows, but you see occasional lights here and there, and you see stars above you leading the way. It is very peaceful after a very busy few days that you had. And when you finally get to the tavern, once again you're coming back when it is quite dark and when people went to sleep. And you all reach the 2nd floor. Give me a perception check.
Ooh.
Perception. 17, 4, 6, 20. Okay, so Kova and Kari, the 2 of you notice that in the room where Kova and Ritz stay, the door is closed, but as you get up to the 2nd floor, for a moment you see a flash of golden light from under the door that dissipates.
Betry?
Do you check Betty's room?
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
closed.
Okay, you go to Betry's. I'm gonna check on Val.
So, Kova, you open the door, and you see Val still there on the bed, fast asleep.
Oh. Thank the spirits. Hi. It's
As
okay.
you open the door and start talking, he wakes up with a start like, oh, hi.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, hi.
I'm glad you're still here. He's gonna just close the door behind. How are you doing?
Okay. A little hungry.
Oh, wait, I'll get you something to eat. I've also got, it's a little garish, but we went to a theater, so I got you, well, we got you a costume. I tried making it a little bigger. He'll like whip out the thing,
What
the
does
outfit.
what does garish look mean?
It's like well, tacky. It's a costume. It's a little over the top, dramatic. I'll get you something else soon.
It's okay. He starts putting the costume on. The shirt works because it's pretty spacious. The jacket, as soon as he puts it on, the seams are tightening to the point where they start creaking. The tights, he looks at them with suspicion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not gonna work, is it?
nah. Thank you for the shirt, though.
Yeah. Maybe Kari has some extra pants. I don't know. We'll get you something soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll get you something to eat. Do you have any preference?
Anything, really. I didn't
Why-
leave the room during the day, so.
Oh. Okay. He's just gonna go in and find something good.
Okay. As you do that, Wick, Ritz, is there anything that you wanted to do, or are you just going to bed?
Has
check
Carrie
on Betry?
said? Yeah, has Carrie said anything about the golden light? Did you say it was under Betry's door?
No, it was under the door that leads to your room, Ritz and Co.
Okay.
And I don't think they said anything about it.
Yeah, I guess I'll go and knock on Betry's door then. Do you want to come with Wick or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so all three of you crowd around Betry's door. As you knock, nothing happens.
Try the door.
It's locked.
All right.
We'll allow
Betry?
Yeah.
Do we want to go ask about a key, or do you want me to slip around the outside and see if I can see in the window?
Yeah. I'll just knock again a little louder.
You hear a couple of doors around you guys open up, and someone says, "Shh!"
Oh. Sorry.
But Betry's door does not budge.
Are there any cracks under, like, that you can peek through?
There is a keyhole. You can try to look through that. It's pretty small,
Yes.
but yeah.
Carrie, portable hole! Please let me go inside it.
He's so excited.
Full battery, sure.
I've been so patient. Hell yeah!
Do you need to? Does someone need to hold their breath, or how does this work?
I think, I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Well,
All right. So
don't
Ritz,
die, or else I'll kill you.
Ritz, you're going into the hole.
Yeah, he's just gonna jump in.
Okay, it's not humongous. Like, it's not very wide, so you kind of take your time to get in, and it is very very dark, like impenetrable darkness inside. You stop hearing anything from the outside as well, and there's just the strange sense of weightlessness. You feel kind of like frozen in this black void for a moment, and then
No.
a couple moments pass. During that time, what do you guys do with the hole?
Scooch it under the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you scooch it under. Ritz, how long do you wish to stay in the hole?
He'll wait in there for like 10 to 15 seconds to give them a chance to get under the door, because he wouldn't know when it goes under, and then he'd like peek his head out, see if he can see anything.
Yep, easy enough. You peek out and you see Betry's room. It is dark and no Betry in sight.
No battery. Ritz is going to check the window. Is it locked, unlocked?
You see it's slightly open to get the fresh air in, but doesn't seem to be broken in any way.
Is there anything missing, like shoes or a coat, that would imply Betry's gone out?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. I'll use my inspiration on this
Yeah, go ahead.
to make
sure.
it a normal roll.
15, not bad. So you look around, and indeed, it doesn't seem like there was any break-in, any forceful entry. You see that his shoes and his coat are indeed missing. You don't see his wallet. So it looks like he just left his room at some point.
Okay. Does the
Next.
door open from the inside?
There is the same keyhole.
But I wouldn't be able to get it open without the key.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay. He'll go to the door. Hey.
Eh.
So battery's not here. But his coat and his shoes have gone, so's his wallet, so
Oh.
seems like he left of his own accord. Nothing seems disrupted or anything. No one's broken in. But also I can't get out now.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can take the window.
Can you just go back in the hole?
Yeah, but then I can't scooch myself anywhere, so
Oh, do we... Oh, I guess...
but I can scooch you the old back out if you want. Or I could just take it with me and meet you around the front in a minute.
Yeah. Do you need any help?
Nah, I'm good.
What if you brought a rope into the hole and you handed us the rope from under the door and then you went in the hole? Could we pull you in that way like a fish?
I don't know. Do you want to try it?
Let's try it.
So the rope you guys have is much thicker than the slit under the door.
Shit.
Aw.
It's a good hefty rope. It's not thin.
Man, that would have been so fun. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see if Betchy has a scarf if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So look for a
gotta-
scarf.
Gonna root around in his things. Okay.
Yes.
Give me an investigation check again, please.
Okie dokie.
Bibshing.
2.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
No scarves. You do find a little section of the cupboard filled with his underwear, but no scarves.
Oh, no.
He has some
Oh,
nice
no.
silk
Damn.
underwear, by the way.
Oh no.
Did you know Betchy wears silk underwear?
Of course he does.
He ain't got no scarf, though.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take the window. I'll meet you guys out.
Yeah.
Just a
All
sec.
You take the hole.
Yeah, he'll pocket the hole and then get out of the window and scale down the building to get back round to the front.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
This is going to go so well.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 11. That's not bad. You're only on the second floor. Nothing crazy. It's not the most elegant of descents, but you get down and get into the tavern again.
Yeah,
You
he'll
guys-
sidle back up to Wiccankari.
Yeah.
You-
Actually,
what?
on the staircase up, you meet up with Kova, who's carrying some food.
Hey, how's Val?
He's in there. He seems pretty okay. We did leave him without food, and he has been in that room all day. We should get him out tomorrow, maybe.
Tomorrow.
Also, the tights definitely do not fit.
I think I can give him something that'll fit.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Also, there was a light from your room.
What?
Yeah. Like a golden light. Was that from Val?
Yes.
Oh.
No, he was asleep.
Oh.
Wait. What, like a magic light?
Perhaps. It was only a brief flash. I couldn't tell you what it was exactly.
Was it similar to that time we went with the sneak?
It's
Trying to pick my
if
words
it's-
carefully.
golden light. It's easy to assume who it might be, and also I should mention, when Val stepped through the window, there was like a little sun drawn on the window.
Does that mean anything specific?
Well, oh yeah, you're right. You don't know what he looks like. Samuel wears like a half sun mask.
Oh.
You think it was
So-
him and not like someone breaking in or casting invisibility or something?
Well, it's the second time that it feels that he's connected to Val in some way, and also, I don't know if it's a werewolf thing, but he has golden eyes too, and I didn't used to have golden eyes. I used to have brown like my mom, but now I've got gold.
Oh.
Did that happen with the old warlock thing?
Warlock.
I think so. It gives it just a bit of a sheen.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
we could ask
reflective.
Val about it, see if he knows who Sam is. We
I
should
used-
get back in there.
Yeah. And he needs this food. Also, he can probably just hear us because he's got good ears. So hi, Val.
True, hi Val.
You open the door and
anyway.
he awkwardly waves at you. Hi.
Hi.
Here's your food.
Thank you.
That's
To answer your
speech.
question, I was asleep. I didn't really hear
Yeah.
anything. Sorry.
Maybe Sam was just keeping a protective aura like he did now that we're in the room and the door is closed. Like when we went into the manor and
Yeah.
he turned off all the magic.
Thinking the same thing. I'm just curious why Val?
Well, I do see a bit of a connection with all of the shit that's been going down with Moira, the werewolves, the idea of experiments, and this other plot that Kari got visions of.
But why?
It wouldn't surprise
Sam?
me. That's a good question.
He's never done anything with werewolves.
Did you say he dealt with celestial stuff?
I think he is a
the
celestial
one?
stuff. I'm not sure. Oh,
While they're chatting, Ritz wants
who's-
to just check around the room, check if the window's open, check if
That's
there's
a
any
good idea.
signs of anything magic that's happened recently. Like-
Very good idea. Give me an investigation check.
guidance.
Oops. I just rolled one, so let me roll another
Oh.
one for disadvantage.
Nice.
Cool.
Guidance.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Sure.
This will make all the difference.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So, how much is it? It's big.
Big
Big
eight.
8. Big 8.
Huge 8.
You don't find anything different from how you guys left the room in the morning.
Yeah, so did we leave the window open?
No, I would have definitely
No.
closed it.
Is it still closed?
No, it is open.
Oh.
Val, did you open this?
Yeah, I wanted to get some fresh air, and also I didn't
okay.
know where
no, that's
to
fine.
put
That's fine.
the liquids, and he kind of blushes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, don't
you
worry
didn't go
about
out
it.
to pee?
I used the chamber pot. Why are we talking about this? I don't.
I don't know. I thought you meant you pissed out a window. That was kind of weird.
No, I used the chamber pot.
Okay. I'll clean that in a second.
I already threw it out.
Oh, okay.
That's why I opened the window. Who's Sam?
Oh, that way. Oh, yeah. Oh boy.
Something I kind of want to try. Maybe not. Try.
Oh.
Yeah?
Go
Maybe
on.
this thing. Hmm?
Go on. What are you talking about?
It's just the first time I'm casting this. I'm a little nervous. Maybe I don't really know how it works, but I'm gonna be like staring around pretty intensely. And for the first time, I'm casting sea invisibility.
Do you have spell slots?
I do. I have 1 second slot left.
Ooh la la!
Yeah.
What does this
Very
look like?
nice.
Yeah.
I think like I always like spells like the first time they're sort of casted, like, you know, they're not like it's full power. It's just sort of something that's like subtly growing. So in this case, like very similar to the Eyes of the Night, like her eyes are going like dead silver. But this it's taking a bit more effort. Like the sort of veins around her eyes and forehead is sort of like just really sort of becoming more not viscous, more more pronounced across her face. Like you can see, like she's really putting in effort to see something sort of beyond the veil, almost. So the spell description is, for the duration you see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. The ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
That's really cool. So, Kari, while they are discussing this, you notice the presence of another figure in the room. It is a humanoid form clad in long, beautiful robes. You see a mass of black, curly hair falling over his shoulders. You see a half sun mask over the top part of his head. And you see he is barely visible, even with the spell. You see this like gold sheen that you can almost see through. And he is sitting on the windowsill with one hand under his chin, just listening. And when you scan and your eyes stop on him, you guys meet eyes with each other. And he looks taken aback for a second. And then you see a smile curl on his face.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk to him directly and ask, are you Samael?
Huh?
Everyone's head whips around to look at Kari and who she's talking to.
Yeah, you guys look at Kari and she's just staring into space where nothing is located. And you cannot see or hear what he said, except for you, Kari. And he says, "Why, yes. And you must be Kari."
What, Kari? What's happening?
Who are you talking to?
Samael is sitting on the window.
What?
Close the window.
All right.
He's gonna like stand a little bit in front of Kova from the window.
So,
Like,
Kova,
stop.
are you rushing to close the window, Kova?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Actually.
Okay.
He just stands frozen, probably.
What are you doing in this room, Samael?
Enjoying the show.
What do you say?
He said, enjoying the show.
Oh, fuck you!
Yeah, Rich's tattoos light up.
Well, don't fight him.
I won't, don't worry.
Is that all your business is? Enjoying a show?
Right now, yes. But if you have any better ideas, I'm all ears.
Gosh.
Kari, ask him about the mirror.
The mirror. Why did you need it?
I
Said I had to go to someone important.
did not need it at all, but someone else does.
What is his interest in Val?
What's your interest here in this room with Val?
I mean, where to begin? So many interesting potentials in one place. But telling you would tip my hand a bit too early. I like a little suspense. And with that, you see his body start dissipating into little bits of light. And when you blink, there's no one there.
He's
What did
gone.
he say? Oh, shit.
He's just here to enjoy a show.
What a piece of
There.
work.
Yeah, he's enjoying the multiple threads here in this room. Doesn't know where to start. Not just with Val, but with everyone here, I imagine.
We should explain to Val. I'm gonna do that. I mean, this room is a bit crowded right now. We'll check if Val is like okay with the amount of people right now and everything.
I mean, right now he just looks very confused because all of you are talking about something. Kari is talking to something. He just looks lost.
If you want to talk to Val more alone, I could. I got something I want to talk to you about, Wick.
You better sleep tonight, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Kova stays in the room. Kari, do you stay or do you go?
I think she'll give them privacy. She'll
Okay.
just give Kova a little tap on the shoulder, a little rub gesture, and then leave the room.
All right. Ritz and Wick, are you going to a place to be alone?
Yeah, is Carrie going back to the room, or what's Carrie up to?
I'll probably peep through Betrie's door just whilst I'm passing, but go back to the room at this point. Just let you have the privacy.
Okay. Then
right.
Ritz will take Wick down to where the bar and the tables are, and he'll find a table in the corner somewhere. I don't know how busy it is.
Oh, it's not busy. You guys are once again coming in a very late hour where most drunkards are gone. There's a guy sitting on one of the chairs, but he is fully asleep. There's a half drunk tankard in front of him. He's KO'd.
Yeah, sure he is. So Ritz is going to take Wick into the corner as far away from that guy as possible to find a table where they can sit alone.
Okay, no problem. We'll get back to you. First, let's finish the scene with Kova and Val. So, when you guys are left alone, what do you do, Kova?
He's gonna sit on the bed again, on the corner, leaving him enough space. Okay, Kari was gonna get pants here, but I think she. Anyways, so. I asked a lot about you and about your situation, but you don't really know a lot about us. And we've only sort of met a week and a half, 10, 11 days ago. I'm Yakova Nettlefoot. Are you familiar with what a warlock is?
It's some sort of mage?
Yeah. I formed a pact with a being called Samael. And I get my magic from him, but he's not exactly the best kind of individual. It's a bit of a complicated situation. So the person my friend was talking to was him, who was just invisibly sometimes watching around where I am. Hence the conversation you just overheard. Kari is a cleric of a Moonbear clan. And Wick is I don't know what Wick is. Wick is a gunslinger, I think was called. They shoot things.
They smell of smoke. I don't know if that's
anything. She's a fire genasi. She runs pretty hot. And Ritz is tough. He punches a lot. I'm pretty good at it. So we were the bad lads, as what we call ourselves. But we're not actually bad. I think we're pretty good people. I hope. So we were talking as well. Oh, and I snuck you some booze. And he'll take out a beer from his big pirate pocket. There's some left over. I don't know if you drink.
No, it doesn't really
be nice.
Change anything for me.
Well, maybe it tastes nice. I don't know.
No, I don't like it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I'll just drink it tonight then. So we went to a place. I don't know if you're familiar with any places here in Ennersval, but we went to this theater it's pretty run down. It's pretty destroyed. The Curtain Call, it's called.
Okay.
Place is haunted, which is, it's not great, but it means that there aren't really any people visiting there at any time. So we thought maybe tomorrow or at some point we could bring you there so you could, be a bit more at ease. and a bit more spacious in your surroundings, and you could just be by yourself without having to worry about people on the street or having to worry about being in a cramped room all the time. We could check in on you and make sure you get food and everything.
Okay. Yeah, that
That
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Great.
I'm sorry, what does that have to do with this Sam person?
Nothing really. It's just something I thought. You're pretty out of the loop, and I thought I'd talk to you so you know what's happening. Because it doesn't feel fair to you right now.
Yeah.
In the situation.
Kova, that man, he will continue chasing. They don't stop chasing.
Yeah, but there's a reason they're chasing you, right?
Well, yeah, because I escaped and I need to go
But-
back.
If you're no longer a werewolf, there's no reason for them to chase you. They don't have any right to. Right?
As much as I would like to believe, I've never heard of anyone being cured.
Yeah, me neither.
There's two ways out. You either are always on the run and you become one of the eclipsed, or you die.
Well, I'm pretty good at running. I'm not the fastest though, but I got stamina, I guess. I can run for a long time.
I just want you to understand that those people are hunters. Neither you nor your friends will ever be safe. I don't want you to be in danger because of me.
I think we would get ourselves into danger with or without you, don't worry. We're pretty attractive to trouble, I guess. I would kind of seek it out, honestly, but you're fine. I get what you're talking about. I feel the same way in a lot of the time. I'm prone to make things a bit difficult for people. I've got a lot of baggage on me, but that doesn't mean that either of us should be, left behind. Certainly not with these people. You can trust on that. They're pretty stubborn.
But maybe I deserve to be left behind.
No.
I
You
killed people.
We've all made mistakes before.
Kova, I liked it. There's a hunger that comes with this. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Do you regret it?
Yes.
Good. Right. See, so if you regret your actions, even if in the moment, whatever you feel in that moment, whatever feelings are fed into your head by anything, you're under the effects of a curse. You're not well. And even if it feels powerful, even though you feel on this high, even though it feels like the world's at your feet, if you afterwards realize what you've done and you feel like that's not you, there's no way that was you. If you feel this was awful, this was not what you wanted, that's not you. You shouldn't be punished for something you can't control.
But that person will come back every full moon.
Well, then we just gotta prepare.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on, let's go.
Guidance.
18.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad. He's quiet for a moment. And then he says, "Okay. I will try."
Yeah.
Kova, I have a question too.
Of course.
You said we all make mistakes. Have you killed someone?
I guess you could call it that.
Do you want to tell me?
Sorry?
Do you want to tell me?
Maybe another day.
Okay. And he lies down. Clearly there's a lot on his mind to mull over. At the same
Good
time,
night.
Ritz and Wick, you are on the first floor, and you are trying to find a little bit of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you talk about?
So, I've been meaning to bring up with you. Before we went down the well,
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned some of the people who were involved in what happened to you back then.
Yeah.
And I think I might know one of them.
Right.
And I think you deserve to know. But before I tell you, Wick,
Mhm.
I've got to warn you as well. This information is dangerous. Are you sure you want me to tell you?
Hmm.
You got to be sure that you want to know.
She kind of thinks for a moment, and she takes off her hat and she sets it on the table. And I want to know.
All right. This is all you. I'm okay with you telling the others if you want to, but just understand that every person you tell, this information can come back and it can hurt people.
Okay.
All right. And he will go into his little side pouch and take out his ledger and rip a few pages from the back of it. And he's going to start scribbling down some stuff in Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll write down the Goliath is Thieves Guild and slide it over to Wick.
Oh.
He makes eye contact with you and then scribbles something else down. You really did a number on him. He has a metal arm now, but I've never seen him use that one.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to ask anything, by the way, and he slides some charcoal over to you.
I'll write, in Infernal, is he high-ranking? And slide it back.
Ritz will write no clue and slide it back across. And you see he starts scribbling something else down, and as he does, his hand starts shaking. And he slides over to you a note, and it says, "He hurt someone I love."
Wick locks eyes with you.
Ritz lets out a shaky breath.
She takes the paper and writes "me too" and slides it back.
He bumps into your shoulder a little bit. And then he writes down, "Gwen got him,"
Oh.
and slides it back to you.
When?
He thinks, and then writes down a couple of years ago.
Is he dead? On the paper.
Mm-hmm. Ritz writes down, he got himself caught. I think he's in prison. He's gone either way.
On the paper, does he know you?
Ritz writes down, he saw me, and slides it back across.
Okay.
But then he also writes down, I looked different back then,
Oh.
and slides it to you.
She pauses, thinking about writing something. And then she just writes, I see. And nods.
Mm-hmm. He nods back at you,
Mm-hmm.
and then writes down, that's all I can tell you. Knowledge is dangerous, and I want to keep you all safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks at you again and looks down at your furnace, and he's like, do you think we could put these?
Maybe. Most things can't go in there, but I can probably make it work.
I mean, I can just eat them.
We could both eat them.
Yeah. You hungry?
Yeah, sure.
Start
All right.
eating the notes.
So, as the two of you munch on the notes, a very late papery dinner. This is where.
Wait.
Yes.
As one last question. Does he have a name on the paper?
Ritz looks up and then writes something and slides it back to you. And when you read the paper, it says, in my head, I call him Golly.
Gotcha. She eats the paper.
Beautiful. All right. So, as the two of you eat the paper, we're gonna stop right here.
Ah!